Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're having a great afternoon. I just took a walk, got some sun to the point where I'm a bit sunburnt. I came home and I was like, why is my face hurting? I got a little bit of sunburn, but I'll be all right. How are y'all doing today? I wanted to say I'm sorry for the last live stream. I don't feel that it was that great because of the sound issues, but I fixed it. I think I fixed it. I was playing around with my computer, deleting certain programs that might cause the microphone bounce back, echo bullshit. And I think I got it worked out. I was like experimenting. I was doing the, what does this button do when I push it? And then when it's not pushed, what does it do? I kept doing that for 15 minutes. It's a process of elimination. What's this button do? Oh, it does something I don't want it to do. Let's not push that. Let's not push that button. Anyway, so I think I got it worked out. I think we got it work that whole echo thing worked out. But I wanted to do a live today because it's time for some discussion. And I wanted to ask an interesting question of my viewers. Has anybody ever played the game chess? Chess is a game of strategy for those that have played it. You got to think about your moves before you make them. Why am I bringing up chess right now? Chantal's not a chess player. How does that matter? Well, because there is a move in chess called, is it Zugzwang or Zugzwang? For those that are familiar with chess, then you know exactly where I'm going with this. Zugzwang or Zugzwang is a move in chess where any move you make, you're essentially gonna lose. You've already lost. Any move you make is just doomed for failure. And I think that is where Foodie is right now. She's in a position of Zugzwang, where any move she makes is going to be a failure. I mean, I sat here last night and I thought about all the possible endings to her story. Not her life, just her story. So let's examine, shall we? Let's see. The trying to go back to Syria ending, how that could go. Well, she could try to get on a plane. They may not let her on a plane because of her health conditions. She would be a risk. She might be denied entry onto a plane. It would certainly be an expensive trip. She would need 3 seats. That's about $2,000 just for plane tickets. So there's that. But let's go further. Let's just say she did make it over to Syria. Where is she going to stay? She can't stay at Dad's house. She's not welcome there. So where then? Gotta find a place where she and Salah could be. That's not going to be easy because he's got to start all over again from scratch, making the place comfortable for Chantal. That means more money spent on extra, what do you call those things? Like water containers, solar panels, air conditioning. Does she have the money for that? No. Uh, she certainly won't have any DoorDash over there. Won't have any Postmates, Uber Eats, no dispensary. Ooh, that's going to make her unhappy. Very unhappy. Uh, Recipe for disaster, chat. And oh my goodness. If she goes over there and her body is used to all the green products to keep her calm, ooh. Oh, she's not going to be a happy camper. Not at all. Being in a zone where there's limited internet, blackouts, brownouts, it's going to be hot. Ooh. So, no happy ending over there. That's not a happy ending. All right, so there's that. There could be the possibility that he's milking her for money and then he ghosts her. Ooh, certainly not a happy ending. But let's just say Foodie doesn't end up in Syria. All right, let's explore the other unhappy endings. She's in the apartment right now. She's got to move into another place. It could be smaller. It could be not as nice. That's not going to make her happy because she's a bit of an ego, is Chantal. She got a big old ego. Yeah, it's so big they can barely fit through the doorway. So she's going to be moving into a smaller place, perhaps on her own. And she's going to hear it from Girl World. She's going to hear it from Girl World. All that shit she was talking about Motel 6 and somebody having a she shed. She's going to hear from Girl World, and rightfully so. She liked to look down her nose at people for where they lived. So if she lives in a place that's maybe a bit more humble, we're going to give it to her. We are going to give it to her, rightfully so. So she moves into a smaller place. She's going to be bitchy. She's going to be bitching about it. Again, moving into a smaller place where there's no dispensary nearby, no Costco, no Walmart. She can't get at the things that she wants. That's going to put her in a mood. And then, of course, there's the other unhappy ending of, let's just say she has to move closer to her family due to her limited mobility. Family's going to be over all the time. Didn't she have complaints about Salah's family being over all the time? Yeah, she didn't like it. But if she's in a position where she's got limited mobility, she ain't got no choice. And she's going to be driving them nuts, and they're going to be fighting with her, and she's not going to like it. So this is kind of like playing a video game where you go through the entire game and then you find out that all the endings are bad. It's just varying degrees of bad. And the sad thing is, it didn't have to be this way. It did not have to be this bad. I think that when she came back to Canada, the fate was giving her one more chance. And it was saying, you got one last chance, young lady, to get your shit together. We're giving you all the cheat codes. You're coming back with 10 grand in your pocket. You've got 2 or 3 months before you even start paying your rent. She had a beezer paying a portion of her rent. She had all the cheat codes in the book. She still failed. And it took less than a year. So after that, fate said, you know what? We're throwing up our hands. We tried. We gave you all the cheat codes. We tried to make it easy for you. You had plenty of time to figure it out, to think about your life, to think about everything, and you still fucked up. Fate is done. It's like we try with this one and it just ain't working. So if this were a game of chess, and if Foodie considers herself the queen piece on the board, the queen had the power to move wherever it wanted on the board. It just chose not to. It chose to stay in a corner and not make a move. And that became the fatal mistake. You got the option to move, to go where you like. You're the powerful piece on the chessboard, and you chose not to move. And by not moving, you cornered yourself. So, what can you do? I just have this message for anybody in my chat who might be part of Girl World. All we have to do is wait. We just have to be patient, Girl World, to see how this all plays out. I got a feeling that Chantal's been keeping a lot of things undercover, but we are quickly reaching that time where the blanket is going to be yanked off the bed and we're going to see what's underneath the covers real soon. Real soon. We just have to wait. Wherever Chantal goes, she's going to be unhappy. And because she's not going to have access to her dispensary to keep her doped up, stoned, and high, she's going to talk. She's going to let that stuff out. If she realizes that she can't get back to Syria in Salah, she's going to rage. If he can't come over to Canada, she's going to rage. Speaking of that, that's another unhappy ending. Because the rumor is, like, she might be trying to get him over to Canada. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But let's play that out in real time. Just think about how that can go. If he did come to Canada, they're really going to fight. Ooh, are they going to fight? Even if he were to come over here and she doesn't have to travel, it's going to be a very unhappy time. So again, there's multiple unhappy endings here, and there's no possibility of a positive ending. There was once a chance for a positive ending, but not anymore. And it's all her fault, because she put herself in the position of Zugzwang or Zugzwang, where you put yourself in a corner and you cannot move. You gave up your independence to move all over the board. You chose to stay in the corner because the corner felt safe. And this corner that felt safe has now become a trap of your own making. You should have moved when you had the power to move. Now you can't move. Now you're stuck. Like, you know what? Havasu Mom, you're right. I care about BG's welfare as well. I hope the cat finds a loving owner, someone that can take care of her properly, because Chantal can't do it. It's time. It's overdue. But we just have to be patient, Girl World. We just have to be patient. I was listening to Milky, and Chantal seems giddy about moving to Syria. Okay. Let's think about something for a minute, y'all. Chantal loves to do that thing of look over here, don't look over there. one thing you got to know about Foodie, don't trust her. She's a liar. Okay, rule number one, Chantal lies. Chantal lies. We can't believe anything that's going on until we see it actually happening. She might be doing the misdirection thing. I'm going to Syria, and then she doesn't end up going to Syria. If she ends up in Syria, okay. But I don't think she's going. I don't think she has the health to go. I don't think she has the money. And honestly, I don't think Salah wants her back. I think she's doing a good job of misdirection. Her views have been failing lately, and she needs something to talk about. She needs something to get the reaction channels talking. Like she's been a nothing burger for a while. So let's get this conversation going about going to Syria when it may end up that she doesn't go at all. And also she's looking for a reason to grift. Oh, I'm going to Syria right on time. Notice that this talk of Syria is happening months before it actually happens. That's on purpose. She's getting the grift done early. She's starting it early because she wants that money. At the same time, she's talking about it, but how does anybody actually know it's actually going to happen? In the meantime, people might be sending her money for a trip that may not even happen. I was watching Yaba earlier, and she's convinced that Chantal is going to Syria. You know what? Miss Yaba may be right. She may be going. But I'm the kind of person, I don't trust Chantal. I don't trust that bitch. She lies too much. And even if Chantal has the intention to go, can she go? We're like 2 or 3 months out, right? Chantal's health is bad. It's really bad. Will she be in a position health-wise in a few months to actually travel? That's the question. Even if she's got the plane ticket and she can get on the plane and she can somehow find her way there, will she have the health to go? Because 2 or 3 months, she could be bedbound in 2 or 3 months. She might have a medical emergency. Not saying that I'm wishing that on her, but anything can happen in that amount of time. So again, I feel it's a wait and see situation. Is Foodie crazy enough that she would try to go to Syria? Hell yeah, she's that crazy and stupid that she would go. Even if her family is saying, don't go, you can't go, what's the matter with you? She's going to try and go. It's about pride. It's about ego. It's about, I want to be with a man. It's about, I don't want to be in Canada because I've made a mess here. She is just that crazy that she would try and go back. She wants to be in a place where she doesn't have to pay rent. She doesn't like the idea of giving a landlord $2,200 a month. She's a cheap ass. She would rather go to Syria and be in the middle of conflict with limited internet and limited extras than stay in Canada and pay money, even though she could make the money. Right. She's not going to make any improvements in 3 months. She hasn't in 3 decades. But she doesn't have the grit to handle life in Canada. She doesn't have the grit, and she's lazy. I honestly think that when she was in Syria, she got spoiled with the not paying rent thing. She wants the no rent, and she wants someone to act as her caretaker. And obviously, there's nobody in Canada that is signing up for the job. Natter doesn't want to do it. Her family doesn't want to do it. Peeps doesn't want to do it. Let's give a big round of applause for Peeps. For once, he made a good decision about Chantal. She wanted him to move in, and he said no. Smart decision on his part. He saw the writing on the wall, and he said, no, ma'am. And I'm sure after he hears about this whole thing of her wanting to go back to Syria, he's going to say to himself, well, that was a smart decision, leaving her alone. Yeah, she did this to herself. So good decision on Pete's part. But y'all, More and more, this feels like a long ass video game that you play and you play and you're going through it. And then you come to find out there's multiple bad endings. That they're all tragic. You're like, I played this game for hours just to find out that there's no happy ending. That's what she wants. She wants a happy ending, but she's not going to get one. Wherever she goes, there she is. She's an unhappy person and she wants a happy ending, but how are you going to have a happy ending when you're not a happy person? And you're going to find complaints wherever you go. You're not just going to roll with it and go, okay, things are a bit harder here. Let's see what I can do about making things easier. Let me just adjust. She doesn't adjust very well. She expects everyone and everything to adjust around her. Yeah. Hey, Fiend. What a slap in the face to all of the clown beezers. It is. And if they stick around with Foodie if she does go to Syria, they're all fools. They are all fools. And if she dares to ask for money for her move, even more so. This is an ongoing pattern. Like her saying that she has a sense of adventure and she doesn't want to stay anywhere for long. Okay, you want to travel. That's fine. Don't expect people to pay for your travels though. And whenever you want to relocate, if you were making money and paying for your own stuff, people wouldn't have a problem. But every time you relocate, you want to bounce around because you get bored. You expect to get other people's money in the process. Hence the problem. Oh, hello, Whiskey. She said, I'm not asking for money, but my PayPal is in the description. See? Right on time. What I say. The grift was going to start. It's already started. She's not. She's doing what the classic scammer move. Now, I'm not asking outright for money at the same time I'm asking for it. There's 100 scammer ways to get money out of people without outright asking for the money. It's the silent grift, the persuasion, I'm not going to ask you for it, but I'm going to hope that you give it to me. I'm going to mention my problems. I'm going to mention my needs. And if you're feeling generous or if you're feeling sorry for me, give me your money. That's what she's doing. She's a master at that. Coming on camera and crying about her issues and my health is bad and woe is me. She's not going to come right out and say, guys, I want to move. Can somebody give me some money? That's the obvious grift. No. She's just going to put it out there. And let's apply some logic to the situation. It doesn't matter if she's moving to Syria or she's moving to, say, a place in Canada. There is absolutely no reason to give her money until she is where she's going to go. How can she claim X amount of expenses if she's not even in a location yet? Like, oh, I need money for this and I need money for that. How do you know you're not there yet? You don't even know where you're going. You don't know where you're going to end up. You don't know if you're going into a studio apartment, if you're going into a 1-bedroom. You don't know if the place is furnished. You don't even know if you're going across the ocean to Syria or how much the expenses are. So why ask for money now? You're months away from your move. Anybody giving her money right now, you're an idiot. Because Chantal is an addict. Know that and remember that. She's an addict. She is a food addict. You give an addict money, it will go for the addiction. They're not going to save it. They're not going to put it away. There's no such thing as a savings account with an addict. They will take that money and they will use it. So there's no reason to give money right now. She's nowhere close to her move. She's not going to move out until what, October? It's going to be a few months. Do you think Foodie's going to hold on to money for a few months and just sit in her pocket? Hell no. She says she'll be walking within 2 months. Heh, no, she won't. No, no, no. You know what? I got a prediction. Here's my prediction. Let's just say Chantal is talking to her big baller feeder beezers behind the scenes. Okay? And she's telling them, hey guys, more than likely I'm going to Syria. They're going to put their foot on the gas pedal. And they're going to try to get as much feeder content out of her before she goes, because they know the internet is going to be shit over there. They're going to encourage her to eat as much food as possible. They're going to get as much content as possible, because they know if she goes over there, the internet is going to be crap. So how is she going to be walking in 2 months? If she's going to be gaining more and more weight, she could put on a tremendous amount of weight in 2 months. She can easily put on another 50, 60 pounds in 2 months. What's that? Hey, Whiskey. She said that Salah is going to give her the car, so she will have her freedom there. Lying bitch. This has got to be, either she's like 100 pounds of stupid in a 5-pound sack, or she's rage baiting. Okay, like let's think about the logics of that. She doesn't speak Arabic. So she doesn't know her way around. It wouldn't be safe for her to drive around by herself. She doesn't know where she would be going. It's not like she can ask directions from people. Yeah, you're really going to be riding around Syria in a conflict zone as a woman by yourself. I think she will move next month. You know what, Debbie? I'm on board with you. Because I got a feeling like all this talk, it feels like she's going to bounce out of that apartment complex early. I don't think she's going to be staying for 3 more months. I think she's going to be leaving a lot sooner. It's going to be one of those things where she disappears for a couple of days, and then she's like, hi guys, and then she's somewhere else. She said mid-October, but she's not sure. Mid-October, you say? Well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Why in the middle of the month? Who moves out in the middle of the month? Nobody. No one moves out in the middle of the month unless they have to. If you got an entire month wherever you are, you're not going to move in the middle of the month. Yeah, it does seem planned, doesn't it? Hey, I'm on board with that. She's going to bolt in the middle of the night so they can't inspect for damages. Yep. Yep. She's going to leave all her stuff there. Something about giving notice. Yeah, I believe there are damages to that apartment. I'm sure the apartment complex is not happy with her. If she goes to Syria, she'll leave all her crap. Of course. And you know what? If I were one of the beezers that gave her money for stuff in the apartment, the bed, the couch, I'd be pissed off. Like, wow, we gave you all that money for all that furniture and you're just going to leave it behind? You know, like that money wasted. And I also heard that she told people, no, I'm not going to refund any kind of money. Of course not. Foodie's a scam artist. Like, they don't do refunds. Just not going to happen. So we're going to find out what we're going to find out. We just have to be patient. But there's no chance of a happy ending. And I'm not saying that as a hater. I'm not saying that with a hateful heart. It's just one of those uh it's like a game simulator where you're simulating the possible endings, and in this game there are no happy endings. She's a very unhappy, unhealthy person. Wherever she goes in the world, she has complaints. She takes all of her problems with her. So how in the world is she going to be happy? Where's the happy ending going to show up? Like, she's creating her own unhappy endgame. She had a chance. She came back to Canada with all the cheat codes, with all the help, with all the bonuses, and she fucked up. She didn't get herself together. Her eating problem is worse than it's ever been. She's gotten her body used to smoking the green all day. Ooh, the withdrawals are going to be a bitch. Ooh, it's going to be so bad. Can you imagine Foodie on an airplane for several hours with no green after being used to smoking the green all day? Oh, that poor airplane crew. The withdrawals are going to be so awful. Even if she stays in Canada, she's going to be moving further away from the dispensary. Oh, that's going to be so bad. So bad. It's going to be ugly, ugly. She did it to herself. We didn't do it. Yeah, who doesn't like a happy ending? What's that? Hello, Missy. By the way, Missy, tell Mr. Med, you're nasty. Anyway, Missy says, did you guys see her slip up on Loop saying Salah is taking care of his father in Canada? In Canada, you say? Huh. Well, even if Salah is in Canada with Dad, Dad don't like Foodie. Dad's not going to let Chantal in the house. Nope. Dad's like, not that bitch again. We already had our fill of her. We don't want nothing to do with that. No, no, no. The family does not like her. So we're going to find out what we find out. I have a feeling the truth is going to come out. It's going to come out soon. We just have to be patient. She's dying to talk to us. She's not talking to us because she doesn't know where she's going to go. She doesn't know what she's going to do. She wants to make sure to keep all doors open in case she needs to walk through them. But when everything settles down, we might find out something. She might actually talk to us. So we just have to be patient. Mr. Med said, hey, I'm telling you, if Mr. Med wants to come up here, if you both want to come up here and rip Foodie apart, be my guest. I would love to hear his thoughts. He can tell us what he thinks about Foodie. Yeah, it's going to go fast. But in the meantime, she's got the grift going. It's already started. Her talking about Syria, I'm going to Syria, although it's not definite, there's no guarantee. She may say she's going to Syria, gather up money, and then use that for her next move somewhere in Canada or wherever. So like we just have to wait and see. This is a patience game. We can afford to be patient if the payoff is glorious. If we wait just a little longer, we'll all be overfed. We are going to gorge ourselves. Stupid. There'll be enough dessert for all of us. We just have to go a little bit hungry for now. She wants to pay her debts again. No, she doesn't. She wants to run away from her debts. That's why she wants to get out of Canada. Taxman is chasing her. She got in trouble with the CSIS. They're eyeballing her. She wants to get out of here. She wants somewhere where she doesn't have to pay rent. Another thing, I another reason why I feel like she wants to go back to Syria is her health is so bad. She cannot do as many feeding requests as she needs to keep up with things. Do you understand? Her views are going down, but her health is going down too. And she may be looking at herself and saying, I can't do all these fucking feeding requests. But if I go to Syria with no rent, maybe I can slow down. Maybe I don't have to do as many. I can slow down with my workload. Also, side note, side note, I think she wants to go to Syria because if she's over there and the internet is crap and there's blackouts, uh, she can make excuses. This is why I'm not making money. Essentially, she wants to go over there and potentially squat. Like once she gets there, I just have to get into his house. Once she gets in the house, if there are circumstances that prevent her from making money, whether it's health, whether it's internet, whether it's lack of electricity, she can look at Salah and go, you know, I can't work. What am I supposed to do? In the meantime, he's stuck with her. So, Salah, your move. Your move, sir. You've had 9 months away from Chantal. Do you really want that back in your life? I don't think you do. I think you've been enjoying your time away from Foodie, enjoying the little cushy deal of getting money and not having to deal with her. She wants to go back over there. Your move. What you gonna do? Are you gonna do like one big grift out of her and then ghost her? That would be smart. That would be real smart. The stupid move would be to let her go back over there. But we will see. There's so many possibilities of bad endings here. I'm just going to wait to see which one actually plays out. Well, we got some Twitter peeps to go over. And we got a video from Barbecue Chicken. So are y'all ready to get into it? We've been talking for a minute. I just thought we needed some time for discussion. So to get my thoughts out, like this is a video game we've all been playing, we've all been witnessing, and I think we're reaching the end of the game. I just want to see which one of the bad endings pops up. Are we on nightmare mode? Are we on hard mode? We will see. We will see. We'll see, like, if is it the nightmare ending? Is it the hard mode ending? I want to see the ending of this game. All right, y'all. You know what time it is. It's time for the Twitter peeps. All right. And I hope to goodness I got all my sound issues worked out. Like I said, I was working hard, like trying to eliminate the echoes. Sorry about the last time. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I don't like it. Make it stop. Okay. So, here we are on Twitter. For those of you people that you're on Twitter and you want to follow me there, there's my handle. Wild Girl Sarah, check it out. For those of you not on Twitter, I run around Twitter. I look for all the good stuff. I gather it up. I put it on my feed so we can go over it together. And I hope you enjoy. All right. First tweet from Boho Chic saying, haha, so fake, pretending to be nodding off, whatever. Well, this is something she's done before. Pretending to nod off. Hey, loves. Sheila's been around again, has she? Oh, yeah. She was actually in Two Girls, One Flirp, and they had fun with her. She dared. I'll give it to Sheila. She's got balls. Going into Goose's chat with Bingo. They had fun with her. They were just fucking around with her. But Sheila's made the rounds. You know what's funny? It's funny how Sheila is around when Foodie's not live. But when Foodie is live, she goes over there. But yeah, that was a funny moment. But there's Foodie pretending to nod off. So we're faking nodding off. Okay. Do what you got to do to make your stream interesting. Debbie's World says, I hope everyone understands that she's obsessed and addicted to Salah. It wouldn't matter if he lived in a garbage bin. She will go wherever he is. This is not normal. This is called obsession addiction. She's a very sick person. Well, that goes without saying. She is it's obsession, but it's also desperation. There's a lot of desperation here. I think she's desperate. Once upon a time, there was a foodie beauty, crack at Olympics, making 20, 30 grand a month. She could have whatever she wanted. And as time has gone on, she's losing everything. Her income is going down. She doesn't have the option to go buy men anymore. And it's like she's holding on to what little bit she's got because that's all she has. Like, I'm not going to let go of this man, even if he doesn't love me, even if he's in another country. It's all I've got. It's desperation. It's panicky desperation. I'm so desperate to be with someone. I still want to believe that I'm married. I don't want to admit that I'm completely alone and sick and I'm close to bedbound. I'm denying the truth of my life. I'm holding on to the fantasy by my fingernails. Panicky desperation. Like, she's holding on to the fantasy with all she's got because the reality is a bitch. Reality is that bitch that she put on her 6-inch heels. She's kicking open the door and saying, I'm here now, bitch. Look at me. And Foodie don't want to look at her. Foodie does not want to look at her, so she's looking away at Salah. But the bitch is in the room saying, I'm going to stand here. And eventually you're going to have to look at me. You can pretend I'm not here, but I'm still here. But do what you got to do for now. Queen Jellybean says, imagine letting yourself go so badly that your only option of a man is a pretend one who will visit you twice a week in a third world country if you pay him. Goodness gracious, Foodie. Just go on a diet and get a hair transplant. You'll look far less pathetic in the long run. She needs more than a diet. She needs a complete lifestyle change. I've been saying that for a long time. Diets don't work with addicts. You're an addict of food. You need more than a diet. A diet is short term. She needs a complete overhaul, lifestyle change of habits, change of eating, change of friends, change of attitude, change of thoughts, all of it. Complete inventory. All of it needs to be checked. She's not going to do it. It's a lot of work. So I guess she was talking about being somewhere and Salah visiting her 2 or 3 times a week. What if he can't? What if there's conflict? What if he can't get to her? Then what? She can't order DoorDash. She can't order Postmates if he can't deliver food. You mean to tell me she's going to be in a foreign country alone? Absolutely alone. She's not self-sufficient. What if she's got a medical emergency? What if she has to go to the doctor or the hospital? Who's going to take her? How's she going to get herself there? Is she going to know where to go? Will she know where to get supplies? Does she speak the language? That's not going to work. She's not a self-sufficient person. She doesn't want to be. She wants someone to take care of her. Okay. Bad Seed Reaction says, no, the Canadian embassy in Syria is closed and has no office or resident staff in the country. Operations were suspended in March 2012 due to security situation, and the Canadian government has stated it has no immediate plans to reopen the physical embassy in Damascus. So that's out. So you're going to be in the Middle East with no embassy to go to if you need to go to the embassy. Can't do that. You're going to be kind of stuck there. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. What you gonna do without an embassy if you need it? You're gonna be SOL, Foodie. Sassy Cat says, Salah said if I go there, he will let me have the car and I will be completely independent. A big fat white Western woman in Syria alone driving around in a beater. What could go wrong? I guess if she breaks down, the men with guns will help her. Oh, so he's got more than one vehicle. He can just give Foodie the vehicle. So if he gives her the car, what car is he going to use to get around? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. He's got two cars. He can just give Foodie a car. He's going to let her get behind the wheel with all of her health issues. She doesn't know where she's going. She's got bad eyesight. She can't look behind her. She can't even fit in the damn car. So, question. He's going to give Foodie a car to drive in. Last time I checked, Foodie, you're a woman of a bigger size. Let's say it that way. You can't fit in a normal sized vehicle. You need something like an SUV for proper room to get behind the wheel. And you got them little bitty stubby legs. Girl, I don't think he has the money to get an SUV type of vehicle. I just can't see it because those are kind of expensive. He might have a vehicle of some sort, but I don't think he has the money to get you your own separate vehicle. Oh, she says he has a rental company. He rents cars out. Oh, is that true? Oh, it just gets better, does it? Boy, the lies just keep coming out of her. He's got a rental car company, does he? Oh, really? So if he's got a rental car company, then why does she need to go to the Beezers and ask for their money? He's the husband, or supposed to be. Why can't he send his wife money to travel? Why does she have to post her PayPal? Do y'all see how the lies are just falling apart all around? He's got like 3 companies, and yet she's still begging for money. If your husband is doing just that well, there's no reason to go to other people and ask for their money. You know, if your husband's just that successful. He has all this money. Okay, if he's got all that money, then he needs to share some with his supposed wife. His business partner. Remember? Business partner. You know, business partners take care of each other. Hey, Mishpan, plot twist, no one is there to pick her up and sneak her into the borders to get to Syria. Meanwhile, Salah has ghosted her. Oh, I know. That would be the biggest middle finger ever. That would be absolute chef's kiss. He tells her to send money. She sends the money to set up a household. He takes the fucking money. She gets on a plane. She flies to Syria, and he's not there at the airport. Ooh, oh my God, that'd be amazing. What's she gonna do? She has no idea where he is. She can't find him. The money's gone because he's already taken it out of the account. One last large grift. The meltdown from that would be fabulous. Fabulous. Oh my God, that would be the rage of all rages. We would hear about everything. at that point. She would let it all out. All of it. Like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. I gave him all my money. I don't know how to get home. And you know what? Before any Beezer gets into her chat and says, well, look at those reactors. They're hating and they're evil and they're wishing that the worst on you. Shut up, Beezers. Shut up. Shut up. We've been telling her. As a matter of fact, we shouldn't have to tell her that this is just a bad idea. We've been telling her though for years. It's not like we wish anything physical for her. We just want her to learn, okay? We want her to fucking learn. And she's hard-headed, and she's stubborn, and she's stupid when she can see things right in front of her, and she ignores the truth because she'd rather have the fantasy. Her fucking fault. She doesn't listen to anybody when she needs to. She stops up her ears. La, 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 la. We just want the truth. And she won't give it to us. And the only time we hear the truth is when she's mad. Any other time she's lying and she's grifting. She's got to fucking learn. And she'll never learn it. Some people, sometimes karma's got to bonk them upside the head. In a matter of speaking. In Minecraft. Before they get it, it knocks some sense into them. Foodie is one of those people. She's hard-headed. She's as stubborn as a pack of mules, that one. Aliyah Sultana says, Salah has to take care of his sick dad and has to drive back and forth to take care of you too. How freaking selfish of you. So Salah has said that his father is not well. I don't know if that's an excuse to keep her away or if he's telling the truth. But I'll tell you what, let's just say it is a lie on his end. There's nothing wrong with dad. That's just his way of saying, I can't have you here. If he's with his family, he's not going to be around Chantal as much. And she's going to get pissy, and she's going to get mad about it, and you don't care about me, and we've already gone through this. I should matter. He shouldn't prioritize me over his family. We just saw Retro react, where like she was about to leave Canada, and she's like, while I'm here, he should still act like I'm his wife, even though we're separated. So what is the arrangement? When I am physically around, you got to play pretend with me. You got to act like I'm really your wife when I'm really not. And it's only after I'm gone that you can just do what you like. So if she goes back over there, does that mean he's basically chained to her side? You know, he's if she flies over there, not saying she will, but let's just say she did. He's going to take one look at her and go, oh my God, what have you done to yourself? You're bigger than what I saw you the last time. You're more unhealthy. Nope, I don't want nothing to do with this. I don't want nothing. Nope. No, I'm not about that bedbound life. No. I did not sign on to be a fucking nurse to somebody that I don't even care for. Bye. He won't. No. Nope. He'll be out in no time. He will not put up with that shit. Lori says, Foodie Beauty, that part. I like Turtle says, you can't walk though. Right, like limited mobility. So if she's got limited mobility, and if say she went to Syria, or even if she stayed in Canada with her family, she can't do shit for herself right now. I mean, she could, but she doesn't want to. She's always manipulating people to do things for her. That's gonna cause a problem whether if she goes to Syria or she stays in Canada, because anybody that gets her around, they're gonna figure her out, that she's lying, that she's playing weak when she can actually do a little bit more than what she's talking about. They're gonna figure out her game and go, you know what? You're fucking lying. You're putting more workload on me than what I need. I'm not down with that life. I'm out of here. Fondue Spiteful Beach says Foodie Beauty slob piece of crap. So this person's comment said, you said you would refund the Beezers if you move back. Will you refund them? This is what she had to say.
I don't think I'm in a position to refund. Did I say that? I don't remember. So I'm just hoping you guys understand.
Hello, Mish Pond. Thank you for the super chat. So let us get this straight. She is doing all this, spending all this money and emotions just for a pat on the head and pinching her cheek. Yep. You can see the cringe in his eyes when he does that. Hello, very, very expert. Welcome. I'm going to go another way with my thoughts. Let's go another way. What if all this bullshit, because it is bullshit, this is just her grifting to get money in pocket? I mean, remember, Foodie is an addict. Okay? She's an addict. She always needs money. Her addictions are extreme. So what if she's really not going back to Syria? What if she just wants the money in pocket? What if she just wants to see how many suckers are in her audience that will send her money months ahead of time for a move that may not even happen? What if that? Again, if she's in chat and she was saying, I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. She doesn't know if she's staying in Canada. She doesn't know if she's going to Syria. So you don't know exactly where you're going to go. You're 2 or 3 months before your move. That's quite a while. That's a long, 60, 90 days is a long time. So why ask for the money now? Why bring it up now? She's doing this shit on purpose. She's starting 2 or 3 months out because she's trying to get the most money possible. She's looking for the gullible people. Anybody know who P.T. Barnum is? P.T. Barnum says there's a sucker born every minute. She is the P.T. Barnum of our time. Scammer, grifter, looking to see who she can milk for money. She's a lolcow, but she treats people in her own audience as cows, just constantly going up to them and milking them. Looking for the fresh new cows that walk onto the pasture, that don't know about her history, that don't know she's a scammer and a liar. Looking for the gullible ones, the ones that have a heart. Not too long ago, I saw a tweet on Twitter. Somebody took out an actual loan so they can give money to Chantal. That's who she's looking for. People that care about her. They care too much. They don't know who they're talking to. They don't know what a liar and a scammer she is, and they'll give up their money to her. She takes advantage of people's kindness. Yes. And I think one of the main reasons why she hates Girl World, it's not so much about our opinions. It's not about how we put our opinions out there. It's the fact that we see through her bullshit game, and we're not going to give her money. And when scammers do not like people that they can't milk for money, that can see through their shit. So there's a crowd of people that can see through her shit, and then there are a crowd of people that can't yet. That might wake up one day, but right now they're not. In the meantime, she's milking them. She's gathering up her profitable cows and she's milking them to death. She can't milk Girl World. She can't sit with us. We hold her accountable. Thank you, Havasuman. We've always held her accountable. We may have our harsh opinions. We may have our feelings. We may not be all the way kind when we put them out there. but we always fucking tell the truth. And liars hate people who tell the truth. They're offended by truth because it fucks up their game. Imagine for a moment if there was no girl world, if there were no reaction channels. Imagine the game she'd be playing on people, the lies that she would be telling and getting away with it, and no one would call her out for. It'd be 100 times worse. There's a balance to things. If you've got this fucking scammer, liar, grifter, animal abuser on YouTube, there has to be a counterbalance. And the counterbalance is girl world. Where there's dark, there is light. Where there are lies, there are truth. Balance. Life is about balance. She may hate the balance, but there has to be two sides to things. She hates it, though. She hates that balance. And she hates the fact that girl world, we function as a hall of mirrors. And every time she turns on her camera, she has to walk through that hall of mirrors, and she doesn't like her reflection. We reflect herself back to her, and she doesn't like it. And yet she could change her reflection, and she doesn't. She wants to stay the same, so the reflection will stay the same, and she's still going to hate it. She can lie to herself, but we're not going to lie about her. But let's go back over this.
I don't think I'm in a position to refund. Did I say that? I don't remember. So I'm just hoping you guys understand.
You know what, Foodie? If you're so lacking in money that you can't refund the Beezers even, say, half of what you took from them, let's just say $5,000 of the $10,000 you took from them, you don't really need to be flying to Syria. If you are broke, or close to broke, then you shouldn't be flying to Syria. Nobody needs to be traveling overseas unless they have to, if they're broke, okay? Traveling takes a lot of money. She has a Rage community post. Oh boy. Is it good? Is she mad? Is she mad? Ooh, are we getting it started? Are we getting it started? Wait a minute. What do we got here? Foodie, are you feeding us early? Is that what you're doing? Let me take a look. Uh-oh. Oh, she's mad at FFG. She's mad at FFG. And I've heard the reason why she's mad at FFG is because FFG is supposed to be doing something on Teardrop, some kind of, I don't know, live video expose. So she's pissed. She's really pissed. So that's what the post is about. I'll show it to y'all since, you know, I'm sure you're all very, very curious. Okay. Foodie's post says, I'm not going to go back and forth with this creature, but I will just leave this here to remind you of who is behind the cam off reactions, making fun of others, and bullying a disabled person. Was Teardrop disabled? I never heard that. Luckily, no one places any value on what this thing has to say. Why attack a viewer? Oh, your views are not 30K per stream anymore, and you need content. How about you do a stream being honest with your remaining audience? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Chantal, you have bullied people. As far as somebody not getting 30K per stream, girl, you don't even get 30K per stream. You haven't gotten 30K per stream in a minute since Crack It Olympics. What? Interesting fact. Interesting fact, y'all. Here, you want to hear something interesting? So I looked at Foodie's views for her food vlogs versus her lives on YouTube. Strangely enough, her food vlogs, as lousy and lame as they are, get more views than her lives do. Interesting. Very, very interesting that the videos, the short videos, do better than her lives. I guess that means her lives are just that boring, but it looks like she's mad at FFG. Very, very angry. Okay, let's go back to the Twitter peeps. So you're not going to refund anybody? Girl, if you're lacking the money, you don't need to be moving overseas. My opinion. Anon says, so how in the F are you going to afford all this traveling? And why are you going to stress your cat out? Cats don't want to travel. They want stability. True. Unless a pet is used to traveling, which some can get used to traveling and actually like it, a lot of animals, they get completely stressed out with a car ride, with going to a new home, a new place. It can stress an animal out. They will sometimes get, sick. Cats are very sensitive to new surroundings. They get really stressed out. Like, cats are somewhat territorial. They like the familiar. They don't like the unfamiliar. It scares the crap out of them. And she's talking about traveling with BG. That's not going to happen. She really needs to give BG to somebody else. And how is she going to afford all that traveling? I don't think it's going to happen. Debbie's World says she's probably getting close to 100 pounds bigger since he last saw her, and she's almost immobile. Why, when he's free of her, would he bring her back? He gets paid right now without even having to deal with her caretake for her or smell her. Yeah, why would he? He's had 9+ months away from Chantal, free of her. Why would he sentence himself to being chained to the devil all over again? Why would he do that? Why? It wouldn't be worth it. He may be trying to tell her that to keep her from raging so she's not going to talk on him. Again, let's see how this plays out. Anon says, Foodie Beauty wants to move around every 3 months with your cat. F you. That cat deserves a territory that is her home. F you, Chantal. Yeah, that can be very stressful on an animal, just going somewhere every few months. Like it will sometimes make them sick. Okay, Say La Vie says, BG will be sedated, she'll be fine. Ma'am, they may have done that to Julia, but they will not allow it from Canada or the US or even the most European countries. It's actually dangerous and definitely not for a 30-hour travel. Nope. That's entirely too long. 30 hours? You're going to sedate an animal for 30 freaking hours? Get out of here. Too much. Will vets sedate your cat for you in Syria? Vets will not automatically sedate your cat for you when you move to Syria. Sedation is a decision only made after a full veterinary consultation to assess your cat's health, temperament, and the nature of the travel. Why vets don't just sedate for you? A health screening is mandatory. Travel context matters. Individual cat factors. So like it is dangerous though. She can't just have the cat sleeping the entire time. Also, when you travel with an animal, like say taking a plane ride, you have to make sure that the airline allows it. Sometimes they may have a limit how many pets are on a flight. One thing I do know, because I had to fly with, when I moved from Florida to California, I had to take my cat Snowball with me. If you take a cat onto an airplane, they make you put the cat carrier underneath the seat and you can't move it. You can't just let the cat out of the carrier. So it's stressful for an animal. It really is stressful. The cat just can't roam around throughout the cabin with other people. So you have to make sure that they allow the animal on the flight. And once the cat is in the carrier, you can't take them out. Debbie's World says she hated his family, hated being around them, disrespected them, accused them of harming her, calling them inbred dogs. This is who she really is. The fact that he would even bring her anywhere near himself or his family is mind-boggling at this point. I'm leaving room for misdirection here. Look over here. Don't look over there. This could be her talking about Syria and acting like she's going to Syria and people sending her money for travel to go to Syria when in fact she's going somewhere else local. That would be something that Chantal would do. That whatever money she gets for travel, she's just going to use that for her addiction, or she's going to use it for something local, and then she pops up and, hey guys, I'm over here in Canada. I decided to stay, blah, 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 blah. So it's a wait and see situation. Wait and see where she ends up, because there's too much room for her to lie. Way too much room. The playing field is massive. She can lie in a million different directions. And in the meantime, be thinking of other lies to cover up the first lies to make it all make sense. Yeah, I changed my mind. Exactly. She changes her mind. So since Foodie is known for changing her mind and being impulsive, then I think people should take that into consideration with giving up their money. They got to stop and think, this is a very impulsive person. She's very scatterbrained. She doesn't make solid plans. I think I'm going to hold on to my money because I don't know what's going on yet. There's no solid plan here set in stone. I think I'm going to hold on to my funds until I see what's really happening. If she really needs my money or not. I think that would be the smarter way to go about things. You know, just wait and see. Before you give up your money, wait and see what definitely is versus what she's talking about. Okay, Say La Vie says, someone 5150, this Canadian death fat. She just said Salah will visit me and then be with his family the rest of the time in another village. Like that's a good option. Sure. Sure he's going to visit you. Sure. You're going to be all alone in a strange place with no contact, no food, no water. Sure. Nothing But Love says she won't even walk to Walmart. You know what? Just go already. Go live the life you deserve. No man is worth this crap. She came back to work on her health and she got worse. Now she wants to go back in even worse shape. Just go. Mo Translate says, Chantal says she feels bad for people who helped her move back to Canada when she asked for help, but she is still considering Syria as an option to go back to. On an unrelated note, that laptop sitting on the stove needs to be moved somewhere else. Yeah. Why is that laptop close to the stove? Oh, that's so stupid. All right, let's see what the clip has to say.
Dill's picture. No, but people, whenever I moved back here, I did ask for help because, like, you know, so I feel bad for those who helped me, but, and I'm not saying I'm going there, I'm just saying.
Okay, so if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know if you're going there, if you don't know if you're moving someplace in Canada, why are you posting your fucking PayPal then? You don't know where you're going. You don't know how much it's going to cost you, but you're asking for money anyway. Look at the time frame. She's got 2-3 months, whatever, to figure out where she's going. Shouldn't she have kind of a solid plan by now? She should be forming one right now. Having a good idea of where she's going. She shouldn't be a woman standing between two doors, holding them both open, and trying to figure something out. Like time is ticking. Are you going to Syria? Are you staying in Canada? If she decides to fly back to Syria, Beezers, get ready. Because if you give her money right now, and she uses the money to fly to Syria, and something happens over there, a medical emergency, or Salah ghosts her, Guess who she's going to call on to give her more money to get back home? Y'all. There's a reason why she's not going to her family and asking for money. She's already warned them out. They closed the door on her for that. There's a reason why she's not asking Pete's for money. He's closed the door on her for that too. There's a reason why she's not asking her husband for money. He ain't got none. You guys are her only source of income. And she keeps making withdrawals, but she never will make a deposit. Like, so she's the idiot. She needs to stay in Canada somewhere for the health care. She's seriously, seriously sick. She needs to take care of her health. She needs to take care of her mental health. She needs to stay where she's at. And she is making the choice that she wants to run all over the world after a man that don't care. So she gets herself into these messes, and then she expects strangers to bail her out every time she makes a bad choice. As I've said before, if you want to help Chantal, don't help her. She's got to learn at some point that she can't rely on strangers she doesn't even know to clean up her messes. She's an adult. She's not a child. Stop treating her like one. She's got to learn. We are all adults. We all learn from our mistakes. And the times that we learn the most is when we made a mistake and we had to fix it ourselves. We took our bumps, we took our bruises, and we learned. Everything that's going on right now is because people have been rescuing her too much, enabling her too much. Her consequences are stacking up. And she's always been able to run from them and hide from them and escape from them and push them away. But those consequences are stacking up so much they're ready to fall over. Let her fall. If she falls to her knees, she might say, ow, that hurt. I don't think I want to do that again. And stand the fuck up and walk on her own. Stop walking for her. Stop doing things for her. Stop enabling her. She's not a baby. Let her be an adult for a change. Let's watch the clip.
Dill's picture. No, but people, whenever I moved back here, I did ask for help because, like, you know. So I feel bad for those who helped me, but. And I'm not saying I'm going there, I'm just saying. I think everyone knows, like, it's an option.
You know what? You really shouldn't be talking about going back to Syria unless you are going. They're talking about Syria as a talking point because you've got nothing else to talk about and your views suck. And because of that, your money sucks. You're doing this to get extra money in pocket. That's all. You need something to talk about and you got nothing. You don't have Salah there. You can't use the kitten to make money anymore. This is desperation at its finest. Wonder Mom says Foodie Beauty can't walk to her bathroom without nearly dying, but dreams about living alone as a female with her health in Syria, having her husband come to bring food when she wants it, without speaking their language. She is insane. This is madness. It is. Lori says, Foodie Beauty, quote, I'm going to be in tip-top shape in a couple of months. Heh. Heh. You think so? You really think so? And how are you going to accomplish that? You're not going down to the workout room and getting your stamina up on the treadmill. You're not going across the street to the pool and swimming. You're not cutting back on your eating. You're a Costco hoe. You keep going to Costco and spending all of your money. How exactly are you going to be in tip-top shape when your addiction is raging out of control and there are way too many people giving you money to eat? How are you going to be in tip-top shape? I'd love to hear the plan that works. Tat Von B says, I really don't understand how the Syrian plan would work if Salah's father dislikes Foodie. The whole situation doesn't seem to add up. Salah has a large family there, and if his father is unwell and needs support, how would Salah realistically live with her full time? He wouldn't. If Foodie rented a place for herself, would Salah stay with her for only part-time while also spending time with his family? And if that happened, how would she cope with him having him around constantly? With such a large family, it seems they would want his time and attention too. If they don't get along with her, that would make things even more complicated. From the outside, it feels like there would be an ongoing tension between his family obligations and his relationship with her, which is why the situation is hard to understand. I don't get it. Even if she gets everything she's requesting, I feel like Salah wouldn't be able to get there constantly like he was in Kuwait. Yeah, and then she would get in a mood. And another thing, let's just say she did go to Syria or Thailand, okay? So she goes there for a few months. She'll be on a visa. She's not a permanent resident. After 3 months, right back where she started. No money, gotta go home to Canada, need money to come home, gotta rent a place. Guess where she's gonna go to get the money, or try to get the money? The Beezers. So it's like you're leaving Canada to go somewhere for a few months, but then you gotta come right back home, don't you? And every time you come back home, you don't have a home. You don't have any money. You don't have any furniture. You beg from people. The situation never gets resolved. There's never a situation of, I got enough money. I'm good. I'll take care of it. I'll go rent a room for a month. I don't give a shit. She never does that. Never has she, never will she. It's like just... So, Beezer's, this vicious cycle of her like getting bored and going somewhere, and then once she's somewhere she's not happy, and then she has to come home and then going to y'all for money. Like this is a vicious cycle that's been going on for a while now. This is like this what, third time this has happened? You guys bailed her out twice already. She wanted to come home, you helped her get into a place, you helped furnish it, then she left again, then she went back over there, then she complained and said, I'm not safe here. You guys gave her $10,000 to get a nice apartment and to start over. She swore when she was there, I'm not going back to him. You guys believed her. It's been less than a year. Now she's trying to go back over there. Do you see now the pattern will not be broken because she's relying on you guys too much to keep it going. And she's not understanding. People run out of money. Nobody on the internet is responsible for Chantal's well-being, whether it's health or finances. Her life is her life. If you're somebody on the internet watching Chantal, it's not your responsibility to take care of her. Okay, she's not a baby. Stop treating her like one. Hello, Catherine, and thank you. Queen Jellybean says, it would be absolutely hilarious if Foodie Bitty just decided to show up in Syria only to find out that Salah actually did marry the cousin that his family was trying to set him up with. I honestly do think he's been married since she left, and that's part of the reason he is rarely around in her chats and stuff. He has to wait till random times when he's away from his wife and family to jump online and fake love his pay pig. Possibly. Possibly. He's taking the money because he can take the money. Lori says, Foodie Beauty, the whole chat is telling her to forget going to Syria. Here are some of the comments. Lil A Star says, it's going to be hard when you're immobile. I Like Turtle says, you did hate it. Shay May says, no scooter in Syria. Cynthia says, but you hate it also. H2 for Life says, all the things you hated about it before will still be a factor though. Like the family being so close, them relying on Salah. Yep. Yep. Loretta says, Foodie Beauty, this is the truth, 100%. My only concern is the cats. She so impulsively gets only to toss them aside for a romance scammer. She only, quote, misses Julia because she helps her control her fake husband. She never talks about missing Sam or BBJ, who she had for so many years. Disgusting. Yep. Julia is being used as an emotional anchor between her and Salah. That's the only reason why she cares about Julia. Dark Choco Dane says, if only Shmi would have used that mouth on that night. 42 years ago. Hi, Chantal. Oh, boy. Everybody has said Shmi should have swallowed. Here's his comment. Lyria Canine says, I had a sister like her. When she passed away, she weighed over 650 pounds. Our family tried everything to get her to wake up to her situation, and nothing worked. There is a certain psychology behind a person who knows they are actively unaliving themselves and chooses not to change the behavior. I have no patience for this kind of mindset, and I can see right through Chantal and all of her bullshit excuses and lies. She will never change, and the best thing her family and friends can do is walk away. Yeah, she's too far gone, and she doesn't want to change. If somebody wants to change, they have to do it for themselves. It doesn't matter if they have a million people around them, all meaning well. The person's got to want to change. If they don't want to, nothing is going to make them change. And that's where Chantal is. Her mindset is, I don't want to change. I'm making money being the way that I am. And as long as I am, she feels like the money means she's successful when she's not. So she's not going to want to change at all. Okay. Lazy Texan. Lazy Texan, I just saw you in here. Hey, Lazy. Says, quote, why would you get lip fillers on a corpse body? It's not going to do anything for you, Chantal. Start by washing your face and washing your sodium, girl. Yaba 2026. Yaba said that. Hey, truth is spoken. It's Waterway says, Foodie Beauty, Salah's dad is sick. Remember when Natter's mother was sick and Chantal gave him money, even though some thought it was sus? Same scam, different scammer. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that period when she was with Natter and Natter was saying his mother was sick in Egypt. And so Chantal would give him money for the sick mom in Egypt. Is this the same thing? Like she dealt with Natter and Natter had a sick parent and now Salah has a sick parent. I don't know. I don't know, but it looks very similar. Kalea says, guys, I just thought of another theory. Let's say she's going to go to Syria, but Salah is still saying no. Well, we know Chantal. She will lie to us and him saying she found a place in Canada. Then she will just show up to Syria right at his house. Well, I don't think she can do that. Syria is not like Kuwait. As I remember correctly, for her to get to the village, they needed a driver, someone that would drive her there. It's different in Syria. The place that they were at seemed more remote. It's not like she can go to Damascus and then take a taxi to wherever he is in Kuwait. It'll be much more difficult to get to him in Syria than it was in Kuwait. So even if she wants to do that, I don't think she can. I don't think that's possible. Bad C Reaction says, this idiot is going back to Syria. Have fun. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm withholding my view until I see what I see. There's still the possibility of misdirection. Look over here, don't look over there. Making everybody think she's going to Syria when she could pop up somewhere else. She has done that before, so I'm withholding my view until I see something concrete. Fondue Spiteful Beach says Foodie Beauty Chantal admitting she can no longer walk. Chantal chooses not to walk. F off.
Whenever she came to visit me one time, she was like, okay, let's go to the mall across the road. I want to see it. I'm like, okay, I'll scoot and I'll meet you in there. And she's like, no, just come with us. Like, walk with us. And then she's like, no, I'll take the car then. We can drop you at the door, but can you walk around the mall a bit? And I was like, no, actually, not comfortably. And she was like, oh. And I was like,
You know what, though? If the same conversation happened with Salah, if he was there, she would have gotten her ass up and she would have walked. It's not that she can't walk, it's that she doesn't like it. She doesn't like walking, but that is not the same as I can't walk. I physically can't do it. So she was around mom. Mom is saying, take a walk with me. You know, mom is a female. That's not motivation enough. She'll get motivated around a man. She gets motivated for food. You got to use the right motivation. We've seen this bitch walk underneath that bridge. We've seen her walk. We've seen her walk underneath the bridge. We've seen her do jumping jacks, hopping and skipping. So obviously she can walk. She got motivated when Ryder was sending her all that money. So obviously she could do it. She just doesn't want to. You got to motivate her with money or food. Then she'll get up and do something. There's got to be some sort of a reward. And walking with mom to the mall, no reward. Yeah, thank you, Aries. If Nader was at that mall, she would run. Oh, she'd be sprinting to that mall. Sprinting. She would put them Temu shoes on and she would sprint there, girl. Put Olympians to shame. Oh, Nader's there? With a dirty mattress? I'm running. I'm running. I'll be right there.
and she was like, it's okay. Hey, I'm not, shaming you or anything. I just didn't know that you couldn't walk anymore. And when she said that, I was like, yeah, like really, I can't really, so.
Look at that smirk on that face. She can, she just doesn't want to. And y'all take a look at her face. Just look at that. Her face, I don't know what she's been doing. Her face in the live looked raw. It looks so painful. Her skin looks raw. It's red. It looks, ow. What are you doing? You look swollen. Your face is red. Your skin looks raw, girl. Like you need some aloe vera gel or something. Ooh. Ooh. It looks so painful. So painful. Ashley says, I'm not sure she would make it there without medical emergency. If she did, Salah wouldn't provide the level of care she's expecting. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to say something. No one get mad at me. It's just a thought. Okay? And this is not me wishing this. It's just a thought. Considering all of Chantal's health conditions, I honestly have to wonder if she wants to get over to the Middle East because that's where she wants to pass. She wants to be somewhere where all of her secrets stay buried. Like she knows how sick she is and she doesn't want to pass away alone in Canada, where maybe some of her secrets might come out. Like I said, I'm not wishing that for her. It's just a thought. Like, what is this? Listen, don't yell at me. Listen. Does it make sense to leave Canada when you are very sick and you got health problems up the wazoo and the healthcare is there in your own country? Why are you going to go to another country where you won't have access to health care if you need it. If you got a medical emergency, you're as good as gone. They won't be able to get you to a hospital fast enough. Ambulance where? Ambulance how? In the middle of a village? How? Does she want the Middle East to be her final resting place? Is a question. It's just a question. If you know you're really sick and you know you're close to bedbound, why not stay where you can get the care you need, where it's available? Why go somewhere where it's the cities and the countries in conflict? Anything could pop off at any time. The electricity can go out. I mean, hello, why? Why? It's just a thought, though. Like, she just wants to be with him when it happens. I don't know. Just a thought, though. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, Foodie Beauty, I hope you idiot MFers who sent Chantal 10K a year ago to move after claiming fake DV pulled her views in donos after this desperate scooter-bound clown wobbles back to Syria. Please film the footage of you traveling back with an extra 100 pounds hanging off of you. So this was the community post she posted saying if something makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Remember that, Beezers. So we got some pictures. Here we go. August 2025. This is what she looked like compared to August 2026. Wow. Damn, girl. Damn. And you got a couple of more months before you move. You could put even more weight on. And you want to fly like that? Can you fly like that? Do you have enough money for 3 seats? Because you're going to, not to be rude, but you're going to need 3 seats for the flight. That's going to run you at least a couple grand. And you're going to need a seatbelt extender. And it might be dangerous to fly. You've had a pulmonary embolisms in your lungs, compression socks. Can you survive a flight that long? Being 100 pounds heavier? I don't think so. I really don't think so. You might try to get on a flight and they might deny you entry just out of health concerns. They might say, oh, you look like you're a health risk. We can't allow you to get on this plane because you might pass away 10,000 feet up. And you know what? As big as she is in the bottom picture, if she goes anywhere, if she goes to Thailand, if she goes to Malaysia, if she goes to Syria, if she stays in Canada, and she becomes all the way bedbound, she's going to put even more weight on because she's not moving at all. So, weight incoming. The less she moves, the more she eats, the more pounds she's putting on. Rubber Crazy Troll Band says, I don't think Foodie Beauty is going to Syria. And I don't think Salah is coming to Canada. People overly focus on what she says and ignore the tone and her body language. She is bitter. Salah doesn't want to come to Canada. Why would he? His daddy handed him, oh, they cut it off. Well, again, we'll see what happens. Doc Remy the Beau says Chantal tried to hide how bad her face looked, but wanted to show off smoking her green sticks on live. So sacrifices had to be made. She's falling apart. Okay, let's look.
We're under the bridge. Ah, fuck it. Hello.
Look at her face.
My cheeks, I know, they're so red.
Oh my God. And that's with the filter on. She's kind of got a skin smoothing filter on top. But look how red her face is. Holy shit. Chantal, I went for a walk earlier. Just like a half-hour walk. You guys can see my face is a little bit pink. I don't burn that easy. But I got a little bit of pink to my face. But her face is redder than mine. Damn. Yeah, it looks raw. It looks so painful. Like you better put some Noxzema or something on that face. It looks terrible. Her lips are sore too. She needs to stop using that lip plumper. That might be an irritant. But go ahead, Foodie.
I'm wondering if it's like those new pads from Costco.
Yes, about that. So I heard she went to Costco and she spent $40 on these skin peeling pads or something. $40. When all she had to do was buy a $2 bar of soap and get a washcloth and wash her damn face. Just $2 bar of soap, girl. Take a shower. You didn't have to buy special $40 pads. Just get some soap. Get some Ivory soap. Washcloth, they're good. Dirty CPAP machine. Full of bacteria moldy. Yep. Because she's dirty. She nasty. That CPAP is nasty too. How the fuck is she broke and spends $40 on wipes? Exactly. How could she be over there spending $40 on skin pads? Oh, and by the way, she mentioned, she's like, can I return them? No, because they're opened. This is not Amazon where you can buy a product and return it back for a refund. Dumbass. You bought it from a store. You opened it up. You put your dirty, filthy hands on it. You can't return stuff to Costco like that. You can't get your money back, scam artist. Once you spend money on something like that, it's not like returning a TV or a clock. It's healthcare. It's a personal item. You can't get fucking money back. But she actually asked that question. Can I return it and get my money back? No, you can't.
Like, are they hurting my face? Like, I might return them.
You know what, Missy? Ain't nothing wrong with the dollar store. Ain't nothing wrong with Dollar Tree products. You can find all kinds of great stuff there. Hey, girl. I love the Dollar Tree. I like it. Dollar Tree is where it's at. If you know where to look, if you know what to look for, you can find some cool stuff at the Dollar Tree. Ain't nothing wrong with shopping there. read the ingredients. Yeah, read the ingredients. That's important too. True, Mrs. Peel. Read the ingredients. Read the ingredients. Make sure you're getting some good stuff. Girl, your face looked bad though. All right. All of us Gen Xers. All of us older people, this is for you. Matt Pinner says, I got 8 points, you. I scored a point on almost every single one of these, except for the floppy disk. Used a rotary phone. Used a floppy disk. Used a typewriter. Taken photos with a film camera. Listen to music on a CD. Listen to a cassette tape. Listen to a vinyl record. Listen to music on a Walkman. Listen to music on a boombox outside. Oh yeah. Watched a video from a VHS tape. Yep. Sent or received a fax. Recorded music from radio to cassette. Did that on the boombox. Yes, we did back in the day. That's how we made our mixtapes. Rented a video from Blockbuster. Accessed the internet by dial-up. Hello, AOL. Used a phone book. Sent a postcard. Used a paper map to get somewhere. Owned a dictionary. Owned an encyclopedia. Paid with a paper check or check. I got all of them except for the floppy disk. I never used the floppy disk, but the rest of them apply to me. So we all got high points. Oh, look at the baby. The pet's family photo. Y'all, look. Look. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at the mom and dad and the baby. It was a perfect copy of mom and dad. And not only that, the kitten there's a condition for eyes called heterochromia, where each eye is different color. So the cat has one blue eye and one amber eye. Look at the little baby. You're so cute. All right. Yikes. Lori says, Foodie Beauty, got these little piggies. Don't touch the ground anymore. Okay. Oh. Bro. Okay, you know what? I'm going to point out what I'm noticing right now. I think she's got the filter is trying to adjust to her feet. Because this looks like, do you see how it's like fuzzy? Maybe because it's dark. Wow. Her legs are more swollen than her feet. Where the hell are her ankles? Look. You got like the line of the foot. It should be slimmer back here. And then look. All right, let's zoom in. Damn. That looks bad. That looks very, very bad. And she wants to get on an airplane? She wants to get on an airplane with ankles that swollen? Would it be safe? Girl, you need to go to a salon or something. Them toes. Those nails. Yeah, not good at all. I'm going to take that off the screen. That's just scary. Fondue Spiteful Beach. Ryder is calling Salah out and Salah did nothing. Cucked again. So, interesting. Salah is saying, I am in Nova Scotia now. Oh, really? Sir, Salah, you're in Nova Scotia. Boy, how you do travel. You were in Syria, and now you're in Nova Scotia. Does that mean you have enough money to send to your wife so she can travel? Ryder says, your teasing can come off a bit cruel. Ryder says, can Salah donate? Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Can Salah donate? He's saying, your move, MFer. Your move. Your move. Can Salah donate? Can he give you money, Chantal? Shots fired. Ryder says, send gifts, Salah. You're rich and a businessman. Ooh. Ooh, he's basically calling you a broke bitch, Salah. Ryder is calling you out. He's saying, I give her money and I'm not even married to her. Where's your money, bitch? Mr. Three Businesses businessman. Where's your money? I'm acting more of her husband than you are. I'm taking care of her with money. What are you doing? Why the fuck are you here? What purpose do you serve? Mooch. He's calling him out. He's saying you a broke bitch. What you doing? Ryder said all of that and got away with it. I love it. Kristen says, you know what? I'm happy for her. Really, let's see.
Whenever she came to visit me one time, she was like, okay, let's go to the mall across the road. I want to see it.
Oh, we already saw that. We don't need to see it again. Doc Remy LeBeau says Chantal goes on about how she'd totally be welcome in Syria on one of Salah's many properties. Oh, he's got many properties? Really? He's got many properties, does he? Then why does he need Chantal's money to get a property? Make that make sense. If he is Mr. Real Estate Mogul over there, why is he asking for money to get a place? That don't even make sense. He's doing the Airbnb thing over there. He got properties. Okay, then you got a property you can put her in. Why isn't she there now? Right? If you've already got a home and Foodie can go there, why can't she move right now? Mr. Real Estate Mogul. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, I thought Chantal's big smug attitude in Kuwait came from her bragging saying he wasn't using her for Canada and they didn't want to live in Canada in the evil Western world. Here she says Canada was always discussed. She's a fucking idiot. Well, that goes without saying. Let's watch.
When we were in Kuwait, it was just him and I. And he said to me, I'm like, are you sure you're going to be able to stand not being around family? When you come to Canada, it's going to be lonely. It's not the same vibe. When we were in...
You know why she was talking like that? She didn't want him in Canada. Because she doesn't want to be in Canada. Too many problems, too many debts, too many people chasing her down for their money. She don't want him in Canada. She was trying to point out that Canada was bad. You don't want to be here. You'll be all alone. You'll be without your family. He don't give a fuck about his family. If he cared about his family, he wouldn't have brought her around. He wouldn't have started talking to her and taking her money and putting up with her for 3 years. If he cared about his family and the family's reputation, which is very important over in the Middle East, he wouldn't have gotten involved with Chantal at all. And he would have let her go at the first sign of trouble. But he kept on with it. She's called his family inbred dogs, insinuating they're going to hurt her, saying all kinds of shit about them, and still coming into her chat after all that. So he doesn't care about his family. He's a selfish MFer. He cares about himself. He wants the good life and he doesn't want to work for it. He wants some woman to pay his way because he thinks he's just that good looking. Guess what, Salah? You're not. You're over the hill, bro. You're not all that. You understand? You are not that guy you can walk into a socialite party and fit right in. You'd stick out like a sore thumb. You got nothing to offer. Nothing. You hear me? Nothing. There's a reason why when you were in Kuwait, women weren't chasing your ass down. The local women were leaving you alone. The expats were leaving you alone. There's something to that. They must have known something. That's why you look all the way across the ocean for someone as desperate as Chantal. You can't be all that if you've attached yourself to this sewer pig with no shame. You must have been just that desperate. A man who's got everything going on for himself would never. But you put up with this one for how many years? How many years? Yeah, you were a loser. Looking for a desperate loser to be your pay pig. You found one. Congratulations. Congratulations, you found that. But now she wants to come back to Syria. How do you feel about that? She's sick. She's over 500 pounds. You are both miserable. You gonna put up with that again? If you put up with that again, that just proves you ain't got nothing going on for yourself, Mr. Three Businesses. You're still desperate. Even after 3 years and taking all of her money, you're still desperate. Still desperate.
In Kuwait, it was just him and I. And he said to me, I'm like, are you sure you're going to be able to stand not being around family? When you come to Canada, it's going to be lonely. It's not the same vibe.
She don't want him in Canada. Listen, can we just be real for a minute? Chantal, like another reason why she doesn't want him in Canada, one of her sugar babies is already there. She can't afford two. Can you can you imagine if Salah did come to Canada? Not that he'd be welcome in Canada, but having to pay for both Nader and Salah, and if they both were running around, playing around as they do, and both leaving her alone, how crazy that would make her. She wants him to stay in Syria where he doesn't have much opportunity. If he comes to Canada, he's going to be like everywhere. She's not going to know where he's at, and she can't go chase him down. What's that, Missy? Mr. Med says it's something for her too, because her family don't like her. Right, like, but she doesn't care about her. Neither one of them care about their families. Neither one. So let's just say she went back to Syria. She's going to demand all of his time. Keep him away from his family. Give him shit if he wants to spend time with family. When he was around you, Chantal, you tried to make him lonely. Keep him away from his relatives. Because you want him around all the time to go get your damn food. So you can control him better in Syria, but if he came to Canada, you would not be able to control him. And another reason why you don't want him coming to Canada, because if he came to Canada and if he ran off, then Girl World's going to say, we fucking told you so. We told you that was going to happen. That he's going to come to Canada, get a taste of freedom and let go of your ass. That's what he wanted all along, was to be in Canada and let you go. He just wanted safe passage to Canada. But once he got there, he's going to run off and go somewhere else. You don't want that happening. You don't want to hear Girl World say, we fucking told you so. You don't want that narc injury. So to keep it from happening, you're pushing it away, saying he don't want to come here. You don't want that I told you so moment. Too much for you to handle. Daw. Bird's Color says these little quails just became the cat's personal spa team. Quails are so big and fluffy. And look what they do to the kitty. Look. They're giving the cat a nice scratch. The kitty's like, I don't know what you're doing, but it feels pretty good. You want to scratch me? You want to give me a massage? I'm okay with that. Yep. Just give me a nice scratch. They're petting the kitty. Quails are so big and fluffy. They're like little fluff balls. And the kitty's pretty. All right. Oh, and we got to see this beauty of music and nature. Their tiny little grumpy stomps are just too available. We love skunks when they stomp and they get mad. Let's see.
Is it my toes? Bro.
Chocolate. Jesus Christ, I got you some goddamn blueberries.
Nope. Stomp, stomp.
No.
Fluff balls with attitude. All right, now I watched this on Twitter and nearly started crying. So is anybody familiar with a monkey by the name of Punch? Like everybody's probably heard of Punch. Punch was put in an enclosure. He was just a baby. He was an orphan. And this poor baby, he was picked on so much. He wasn't accepted by the troop of monkeys. Well, Punch is all grown up now. And now when they put baby monkeys in, he's becoming for them what he needed when he was young. He takes care of all the baby monkeys as well. Like he's become like the surrogate parent. So there's Punch. He's all grown up. So he's become what he needed when he was a baby. He takes care of them now. He's very protective of the babies. He's become a daddy to all the orphan babies. What he needed, he's becoming for other orphan monkeys. Look, he's looking after them, making sure they're okay. If they don't have parents, they come in, they're an orphan. He's taking care of them. Isn't that heartwarming? Punch, you're awesome. Look. He's become a parent to all the babies. Giving them love when they need love, making them feel protected. All right, y'all, we got to have a round of applause for this cat. Dex Turdo says a cat named Toast Malone survived a fire that destroyed an apartment complex in Utah. He survived by hiding in a closet for 3 days before being reunited with his family. And there's Toast. So Toast is a survivor. He survived a fire that took out an entire apartment complex. He hid in a closet for 3 days. And then he was found again. So big round of applause for Toast for surviving a fire, for being smart. He hid in a closet. What a good boy. What an absolute good boy. Aw. We don't deserve cats. In 2024, Roberto found 3 abandoned kittens during a walk and surprised everyone with incredible fatherly instincts, something that's extremely rare in male dogs. He gently groomed them, watched over them, and even whimpered when the kittens were separated from him. Oh. Friends. He's got friends. They're all grown up now, too. Friends. Snuggling up with friends. All right, let's see. Moving on. This is going to make a lot of people angry. PTF says, well. Foodie said she would pick up her trash, cigarette butts before she left under the bridge. She left without picking up her trash. Are we surprised? This is how fires get started. Somebody is smoking a cigarette or something and throwing them down, and you can see there's shrubbery everywhere. This is how fires get started, Foodie. You smoking and then just not making sure to put, like, you know, first of all, leaving trash, but leaving flammable trash. This is how fires get started. Okay. Oh boy. Queen Jellybean says, why does Foodie Beauty claim she needs to live somewhere multicultural and that Cornwall is too white? She's literally the most stereotypical white woman ever. And the only thing she knows about other cultures is that she likes the food. And she preys on desperate men from other countries. So she's saying that Cornwall is too white? And how would she know that? If she doesn't get out and talk to people or See what's going on? You know what? Chantal, I'm going to tell you something that I've noticed. That when you come online, you make a point to, when you're describing somebody, to their ethnicity. Like, you make sure to point out somebody's ethnicity. And then you say things like this: Cornwall is too white. Bitch, you're racist. You are a racist person. You're saying, oh, this place is too white, or it's not white enough. Racist. Fucking racist. You sound very racist saying things like that. Cornwall is too white. Ma'am, I hate to break it to you, but you are a white woman. You're a white woman. And even if you go to another country, you are still technically a white woman. Okay? As much as you try to use filters to make it seem like you are perhaps of a different ethnicity or group or heritage, you are technically a white woman. You know, it's just a thing. But you shouldn't look at somebody and go, oh, it's too white. That's so, what a horrible thing to say. Right. And who cares? Different people live in a different town. There are all kinds of people. That's what makes the world beautiful. We can all learn from each other. Thank you, Mrs. Peel. That's like saying a small Mexico City is too Hispanic. What does she mean is too white? What does she mean by that exactly? Oh, and this happened. Always trying to say it is because Costco's pizza's pepperoni contains pork. That's why she would make it up. I'm a big back. And I knew as soon as I saw the foil and the paper plate that those slices came from Costco. Costco ho! Monty says the pizza was from Costco. Why she has to lie about absolutely everything? Because she does. She lies about things she doesn't have to. Unbelievably annoying cat voice. Hi, Sansa. Saying just a feeling, but in my opinion, Foodie Beauty is staying put, and this is about Salah getting a visitor visa. 1 year has been a benchmark for a while now, and she's never been more reluctant to walk. I can't see her traveling in any significant way. Maybe rent goes monthly, year after a year. Question. Aura. Hello, sir. So if Salah were getting a visitor visa, how is he going to get a visitor visa if Chantal is moving out of where she's at? Like if he's saying, I'm staying in this particular residence, at the same time somebody is saying, I'm moving out of said residence. Yeah? So if you're claiming something on an application, oh, I'm staying at such and such Frontier Apartments, but yet the person, they're moving out, how's that going to work? How can that work? Let's see here. Oh, now this is funny. I have to share this with y'all. I started putting out some food for an orange cat who kept hanging around my front porch. Super friendly and always said hello. A little while later, a woman knocked on my door asking if I'd seen her cat. She showed me a picture, and yep, that was my porch regular. His name, Sir Whiskerton III. She wasn't mad. She said he'd been waddling in every night, absolutely stuffed, and she had no idea where all the extra meals were coming from. We compared notes and learned this guy had been working the entire neighborhood like a tiny furry con artist. He visits multiple houses, gets a new name at each one, and leaves everyone convinced he's starving. So we set up a neighborhood chat to manage his dinner schedule. He is now on a diet. He's not happy about it. Busted. Busted. No free meals for you. Okay. All right, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. And that's okay. We've been here for a minute. So now it is time to go on to barbecue chillin'. And she did like a short video of the lives that Foodie did. Let me just go ahead and, oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, why did I do that? And I hope to God there's no echo. I did everything I can to make sure there's no echo. Please don't be an echo. Okay. We're going to play it. And let's see what happens. And this is courtesy of Barbecue Chillin'.
I always run over that.
Oh. It was so hot today. Almost 40 degrees. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't ask to be born, and I didn't sign up for this. I'm just joking. I'm just going to the same spot as I always go. Maybe get something to drink. I don't know. The sun is going down. My favorite time of day. I cannot listen. If I ever complain again in the winter about the sun going down at 4, please.
Okay, I'm slowing it down. A little bit too fast for me and my ears. That's okay.
Slap me across the face. Or like, remind me of these moments where the sun is shining for like ever, okay? Because I'm over it.
You know, I actually saw the tweet from Miss Yaba saying it had to do with her, I guess her ear pods or something. So maybe, I don't know. I'm just glad it's over. I'm glad I could fix it. Sorry about the hassle though. I did some tests and I'm like, I saw what y'all were talking about and I'm like, ooh, that's annoying. I could see why people were complaining.
My cheeks, I know, they're so red. I'm wondering if it's like those new pads from Costco.
Yeah, that's a good question. If she and Salah are good, and she's going back there, like she's coming on camera smoking, it's kind of like a few move to Salah. He doesn't like her smoking. So why smoke on camera? Is this kind of like a middle finger to Salah? If you're going back there, why are you doing this? Hey, I'm doing this in front of your face. I don't care what you think.
But ChatGPT, I showed them my face and they're like, it looks inflamed, like maybe something you're eating, like maybe you have a very sensitive diet and like food additives cause the inflammation in your face. Which honestly, my skin does clear up when I do like fasts and stuff.
You know what? You're talking about your skin being raw. But what about your face is swollen? Yeah, like your skin looks raw AF, but girl, your face it's lay off the sodium, girl. Your face looks so swollen. It's bad.
They have acids in them. They're supposed to be good for skin and like for sensitive skin. Dermatology and people rant and rave about Korean skincare, but I've tried it before and I tried this snail snot and I tried everything and it just inflamed my skin. Yeah, why is my nose red? Am I sunburnt? You know what? I bet you I'm sunburnt. Because when I scoot from here, do you think I can get sunburnt just scoot into Costco?
Yes. Yes. Actually, you can. You've got very, very fair skin. That means you're going to burn easy. I don't burn that easy. But you having white skin, you're gonna burn quick. And it's summertime and you're in direct sunlight and you're not used to being outside. Yeah, but the Korean skincare is fine. It is. It's just, I don't know. She's just outside more and her skin's freaking out.
It's paper, Teddy. Where do you want me to put it? They don't have ashtrays. Plus, they have someone come and clean all this shit up. There's cigarette butts everywhere. Does fiberglass break down? Because I think the filters in cigarettes are made with fiberglass. These ones are made with paper, which are biodegradable.
Or you know what? Yeah, I'll take it home. So, how are you guys? No, I'm not saying I'm going to Syria because that's not in the plan right now. I don't know. I haven't made a decision. There's many options, you know. If I went there, I wouldn't live with his dad.
I have to ask a question. Is there something going on in her apartment that she's avoiding being there? Because it seems like every live she does now, she goes underneath that bridge. Like, is she afraid to be there for some reason and she's just limiting her time there? Because she's going out more and more and more. And it's like, are you avoiding the apartment building for some reason? Are you there because you're close to the Costco and you plan on going to Costco afterwards? Like, you don't like being outside. You don't like the possibility of somebody seeing you or hearing you or getting some footage. So the feeling is you're avoiding the apartment building for some reason.
He has, like, you know, other family properties. Yeah, why wouldn't I be welcome there? You know, I sorted it out with his family, and that's all who the issue was with. It wasn't even an issue, it was my issue. I was like, I'm insane sometimes. I don't know why. But no, I wouldn't be living with his family or anything. It would be like to go to be with him, but I don't think that's a very viable option. I don't know. The problem is the Babatuk, I've been wanting to desperately move out of every single place I've been.
So you're admitting it's a pattern. That wherever you go, it's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter where it is. She's not going to be happy wherever she goes, whether it's Thailand, whether it's Syria, whether it's Kuwait, whether it's Canada. She's not going to be happy. There's always going to be complaints about the place isn't good enough, or the place isn't nice enough, or I'm not close to a store, I can't get food, There's always going to be complaints. And every time Chantal has a complaint, she always looks to the Beezers to fix whatever's wrong. That's always been a thing. Oh, like, we need more water. Hey, Beezers, give me water so that Salah can go get a water tank. There's not enough electricity here. Beezers, give me some money so I can buy some solar panels. The internet sucks. Hey, Beezers, give me more money for better internet. I'm not comfortable here. I need a bed. Hey, Beezers, buy me a bed. I need a couch. I need this. I need that. And half the shit that she buys, she doesn't even use. And she's going to leave it behind anyway. So this whole thing with Chantal is just one big ongoing grift of moving around and asking for money every time she moves, no matter where it's at. So here we are 2 or 3 months out, and the grift has already started. Posting her PayPal, talking about moving somewhere. And I hope the Beezers are smart enough to go, I ain't giving up a penny of my money. I gave before, and I'm not doing it again. She needs to find somewhere and settle the fuck down. Because even if I gave her money, in 3 or 4 months, she's got to leave again. And we're going to be right back where we started.
So before I go anywhere, I'm taking the next couple months to just really try to decide what is the best option. Anyways, I know people are curious, but there's not even really any point in asking me what I'm doing because I have no idea. And I'm not just saying that to deter people.
Okay, you know what? You don't know what you're doing? You don't know where you're going? You have no idea. Then don't ask money from people right now. You don't have a plan. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're going to need. Don't ask people for money until you figure it out. As a matter of fact, how about not ask money from people at all? You've got YouTube. You've got Kick. You've got Cameo where you can do your $250 business videos. You got 3 months, 2 or 3 months. If you worked hard, you would not need other people's money. The money you could get from people, you could make yourself. If you stop going to the fucking dispensary and buying those green sticks by the dozen, if you stop going to Costco you cut back on all the Postmates and Uber Eats deliveries, you would be fine. The money you would save, you could use for your move. Why is nobody in her chat calling her on this shit and saying, you just bought $40 cleaning pads for your face and you're over there smoking like 5 or 6 green sticks at a time per smoke session, and you're doing all this delivery? Why can't you just save money? Why do you need our money? Nobody calls her on that shit. Nina immediately started sending her money again. Nina's an idiot. Hey, you know what? A fool and their money are soon parted. And Nina's a fool.
Moment, I still have months to think about it. So why? I mean, I'm literally in the active phase of really weighing my options out. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what I want to do, but it's a big step, and I'm leaving the comfort of my house that I spent months before leaving Syria setting up.
Fuck off. I'm leaving the comfort of my house that I spent months setting up. Are you serious right now? She's acting like she worked to get in there, and she worked for every single thing in there when other people paid for it. Are you fucking joking? Thank you, pre-roll. That's how I feel. I worked so hard for everything I have. No, other people worked for everything you have. Other people put the work in and they got the money and they sent it to you. You cannot claim credit for getting in that apartment. You can't claim credit for anything that's in that apartment. That couch, that bed, that furniture, other people paid for. The Beezers paid for that. And that is exactly why you don't feel bad about leaving it behind, because it was other people's money that bought it. It wasn't your money. Did I miss the working hard era? I must have missed it because I didn't see it. Hey, did I miss out on it? I never saw it. Never happened.
And no matter what happens, the only thing I can say, Allah will guide me, yes, even though, yes, I know I'm sinning right now, okay? Anyways, technically even smoking cigarettes is looked down on. Anything that harms your body, no, oh yes, rest assured, no matter what, please clip this. No matter what, BG is with me, and if it comes down to me choosing to go somewhere she can't, I will not go there. Like,
all she's doing right now is holding off the outrage. Okay. Bitch, I see what you're doing. I see what this is. Oh, you're telling people this to keep them from getting mad at you. You're telling people this so they don't unsubscribe from you. You're keeping them happy for now. At the same time, you're grifting. You're going to get all the money you can before you go somewhere, whether it's Canada or Syria or Thailand, it don't matter. You're going to make sure to get every penny you can out of the Beezers until they find out the truth. You're going to milk those cows until the udders are dry. And then once you get all that you can, you're going to drop BG. And then when they find out that you don't have BG no more, when they unsubscribe, when they stop watching you because they're pissed off, you got their money first. You're making sure to get your money up front. You know you're not taking BG with you. Not going to happen. I mean, you're a scammer. BG's a bit older now. She's not a baby. She's not a kitten. So you can't make as much money off BG as you once did. You'd rather dump her and get a baby kitten and start all over again. You know, you used to grift using that baby, but she's not a baby anymore, so you're going to dump her. You will. You like things when they're young and cute and adorable. You're going to get another one. You will. But you're starting months in advance. You're trying to stack up your money from those Beezers before they get pissed off. And then when they come to you and say, where's BG? I thought you said you were taking her with you. Where is she at? Then you come up with the tears and the excuses. Oh, I couldn't bring her with me. You guys don't understand. I moved here and I couldn't bring her, blah, 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 blah. You're going to lie your way through it. But you'll get their money first. Again, Beezers, if you're listening, don't give this bitch no money. Don't. If you're smart, you won't. It doesn't make sense to give her money right now. She's an addict. Understand that. Don't forget that. She's an addict. She's got a food addiction that's out of control. Her green addiction is out of control. The money's going to go there. Whatever you give her, it's going to be spent well before her move. It won't be saved. It just won't. She doesn't have the ability to save money. She has the ability to spend it. It burns a hole in her pocket. Don't give her nothing. She's not even come up with a plan of like where she's going to go, what she's going to do. So why give her money? Why? You're just wasting your money. But go ahead and waste it if you want to. I'm just saying it's dumb to give an addict money outright because it'll go for something else.
I'll never do that again. If I take on a pet, I'm not like things happen to people. I'm not looking down on people who do that. I had to do it. I chose to do it. I don't want to do that ever again. No way. I'll pick them up. Don't worry. Just remind me, okay? No, I'm not evicted. They did ask me about, because they did receive some messages a while ago, and they did ask me about that, and I was like, those people don't even live there. Like, they thought that the people complaining were living in the building, and I'm like, no. You know, it would be hard to evict somebody based on...
Chantal, I'm sure that the apartment complex, you've been there for less than a year, and they have probably experienced more drama with you in that 9-month period than they ever have with any other tenant. People sending them pictures and video clips of your nasty apartment. You vaping inside the apartment. They have probably got complaints from the neighbors of your screaming and your screeching at all hours because you're not a quiet person. I live in an apartment building. I got people beside me and above me. Walls are thin when you live in an apartment building. When people fight, I can hear it. If somebody drops something above me, I can hear it. When somebody's outside, I can hear it. So I can only imagine what your neighbors go through with your screeching and your screaming, and you're damn lucky that nobody has come to your door, knocking on that door saying, what the fuck is going on? Calm it down. I gotta sleep. You're so lucky that it hasn't happened to you, that somebody didn't come to your door pissed off because it's 2 a.m. and you're waking them up. Wow, thank you, Ben, for the gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ben. But I'm sure they've had complaints on top of complaints on top of complaints. And they're like, nope, we need some peace around here. We need things to go back to normal. And you're doing a whole lot of abnormal things that we don't like.
On them being the subject of harassment versus them harassing up, like, you know? So it's not because of that. Like, I even have the emails of me giving my notice, you know? Hey, JM, it's because, like I said, once I figure everything out, I'll let you guys know. I think I'm gonna leave, like, mid-October. No, closer to the end of October, so. But just not exactly November 1st. So I'll try to get in as much Halloween, fall, like, stuff as much as I can.
You know, I have to wonder if, like, I know that she's jealous of Quirky Love Rosie and Remy, them doing the actual couples content. And I think that lives rent free in her head. That she wants to do the couples content. She wants to be in a couple situation, and she can't. And she's been getting a lot of shit from Girl World. Like, girl, it's been months. Where's your man at? He's not around. He's not going to be around. Where's your man at? This whole thing of you being in a relationship, marriage, and he's been around for like, he's not been around in months. She's getting shit for that. People pointing that out. And so is this a way of trying to force Salah's hand to be with her? Like trying to push her way back onto Syria? Is that what's happening? Like somehow push for him to be near her again? Trying to force that situation again. He don't want to be near her. He doesn't want to be near her in Canada. He doesn't want to be near her in Syria or Thailand. He don't want nothing to do with that. Like, is her point of view like, I've been giving you money for months and you've not even been here. What have you done for me lately? Either you're going to see me and deal with me physically, or you're not getting my money no more. I need a place to go. I don't like Canada. Let me... Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair, my chinny chin chin. She's the wolf at the door, pounding at the door. I just have to get into his house. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair, my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, bitch.
Before I go. Anyway, maybe I'll freak out and just like not want to move. I'm not sure. Like, I'm really strongly considering moving to somewhere else in Canada. I just don't know where, so I'm kind of researching like what places would be. I don't think I like Ontario. What a boot. Somewhere very multicultural. Quebec City would be really fun. We could dance to Small Town Boy at the gay bars.
She likes to talk this way as if she's some sort of socialite. Oh, we're going to go to the bars and like dance. And Chantal, you don't like being around people. You never have. You can't just relax and just like have fun. You like to isolate yourself. So like you're dreaming again about going out and a social life and being around people, but yet you've been in Canada for months and you've not even tried. And she's mentioning the gay bars. You can have fun anywhere. Gay bars, street bars, whatever bars, clubs, the beach, the mall. You could have fun anywhere. I bet any of us could go out and have fun. We can make it fun. She doesn't have that ability, though.
How many did I have of these cigarettes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I gonna quit? Oh man. It's like I don't want to quit, but I do. If I'm gonna be living with Salah, it has to be somewhere where he wants to go to. He said he'd follow you anywhere. Yeah, well, he's telling you guys that. And I don't care. I'm going to expose him. Fucking he's always...
Uh-oh. Oh, what's this? We're going to expose him? Oh, lean in, lean in.
He said he'd follow you anywhere. Yeah, well, he's telling you guys that. And I don't care. I'm going to expose him. Fucking he's always trying to get me to go back there. Yeah.
No, he's not. No. He's always trying to get you to go back there. Press X for doubt. Duper's delight. He's always trying to get you to go back there. Then why is it that you've been in Canada for 9 months? Talking about you don't want to be in Canada. How you hope that you get evicted. If he wanted you back there so bad, why aren't you already there? Why isn't he paying for your plane ticket, Mr. Successful Businessman? Shouldn't he be paying for your plane ticket and your transport to get you there? I think so. I would think that a man who really loves his wife would do all that he could to get her where he was at. But he ain't making a move.
I'm exposing... He's always like... He always comes in here and trolls, says he's in Turkey or Spain, or that he's, you know, he's coming here. He don't want to.
Oh, yes, he does. He don't want to come to Canada. Really? He doesn't want to come to Canada? The land of milk and honey? Beautiful people, great food, majestic mountaintops, forests, freedoms, a place of no conflict, no war? He doesn't want to come to Canada and there's all of that? All the beautiful women? The gorgeous women of Canada. He don't want nothing to do with that? Huh. Really now? He don't want to come to Canada, but he got involved with a woman who lived in Canada. And in the beginning, that's what he wanted, to come to Canada. So he doesn't want to come to Canada, but he got involved with you and he wanted to come before, but he doesn't want to now. Okay. Okay. He doesn't want to come. No, you don't want him there. That would be your nightmare. Having someone like Salah come to Canada surrounded by all the beautiful freedoms and privileges. He would not be home ever. He'd be out enjoying himself. She can't allow that. Someone that she brings over here and he's enjoying himself in a place that she can't enjoy herself.
I'm not keeping up with his little trollings. Like, I'm sorry, but it falls on me. I have to explain things. If I'm being honest, I don't really want to go back to Syria. Like, if I ever went back there ever, it would not be to live, just to spend time.
Well, you can't live there, dumbass. You can't live in Syria. You be on a tourist visa. You can only stay for so long. You're never going to be a permanent resident. So no, you can't technically live anywhere other than Canada. You don't have dual citizenship anywhere. You can visit, but you can't stay. Hence the reason why I think it's ridiculous for anybody to give Chantal money for her move, because technically she's not moving, she's visiting. And you don't need a whole shit ton of money for a visit. If you don't have money for a trip, then you shouldn't take the trip. Facts. If you can't afford the trip on your own, then don't go. It's nobody else's problem that you can't travel. They got shit to do too. If you can't afford the trip, then don't take the trip. Stay where you're at. Just get an extended stay motel room and call it a day. She only needs a room with a bed. She's got her phone. She can stream and do stuff. She can stay in Canada. No problem. None at all.
With him, and I would have to have somewhere comfortable, peaceful, top of the line, solar panels. Like, no. I don't know. It might be an option, but not to move there permanently. I don't know. There's so many things to consider that it's not something I could possibly decide on right now. That's why I exposed him. He makes it seem like he wants to come to Canada. He did tell me that at first and for a while.
Oh, there it is. Oh, we have to play that part again. Please say that again. What'd you say? Please say it again.
That's why I exposed him. He makes it seem like he wants to come to Canada. He did tell me that at first and for a while.
There it is. He did tell me that for a while, that he wanted to come over. So he wanted to come over. Then why are you saying he doesn't want to come over? Do you think that he changed his mind? I don't think he did. I think you changed it for him. I think you two idiots, you're playing this game of, she wants to go to Syria, and he is making up all these excuses and reasons why she can't come over, because he wants to come to Canada, and she's making up reason and excuses why he can't. So they're blocking each other from what each other wants, because they got different agendas going on. They both want to be in different places, and they're blocking each other from what they want because they want to accomplish their own goal. Do you understand? It's like, I want this. No, you can't have that because I want something different. They're both at a standoff. of like, I'm blocking your move because I want to make a different move.
But he has responsibilities there, guys. Like, I don't want to talk about like his business, but he's been there almost a year. And in Syria lifetime, that's fast. Like, life is fast there, man. Because
You know what, Chantal? Just shut up. Just shut up. He's not successful. And I know this, not because I'm all in his business. It's just logic and reason coming to the table, being part of this discussion. If he were a successful businessman, why is he still talking to you? What use would he have for you if he were really successful? If he were well off, if he had 1, 2, 3 businesses, he's making money, why would he still be associating with your loser ass? Why would he still be hanging around like a toilet fly, buzzing around a pile of shit? People who are successful and making money, they ain't got time for all that. They're all about like stepping up the ladder and living life and being successful. They ain't got time for loser people that are going nowhere. They're moving on up. And you're not moving anywhere. So if he were successful, why is he still speaking to you? Why is he still in your chat associating with you? What, to keep you quiet so you don't blab his business? Possibly. Maybe that's it. But he wouldn't want you living with him. He wouldn't want you over there because you would interfere in his ability to make money and be successful. If he's got that successful person mindset, he doesn't want anything around him to stop him from being successful, and you certainly would be. You're a drain on the senses. So the fact that he's still talking to you tells me he's not successful. Because if he were, he'd be gone. He would have ghosted you like ages ago. People with money don't want anything to do with somebody who's a loser or has a loser mindset, and you certainly do.
you cannot spend a moment, like, you have to like hustle. If you don't work, you don't eat. When we were in Kuwait, it was just him and he said to me, I'm like, are you sure you're going to be able to stand not being around family? When you come to Canada, it's going to be lonely. It's not the same vibe. Most of you have not lived in an East.
That part right there, she said, you're going to be lonely. Salah does not strike me as a I'm going to be lonely kind of person. That he's going to come to Canada and he's not going to be lonely. He's going to be seeking out company. He's not going to be sitting in the house like Chantal. He'll go out, he'll meet people, he'll talk to people. She's going to be the one that's going to be lonely. She's talking about herself right here. Oh, if you come to Canada, you're going to be lonely. No, you will be. He won't be in the fucking house. He can be, yeah, baby, I'm going to go to the store and get you some ice cream. 3 hours later, come back in, big old smile on his face, looking happy. Where have you been? What about me? She don't want that. Oh, Nirvana, it's Nirvana's birthday. Happy birthday, Nirvana. Happy birthday, darling. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. She's the one that's going to be lonely in the house. She doesn't want that humiliation, being left alone by her handsomest man. It's not going to be him that's going to be lonely. It's going to be her.
Like in the Middle East. So you don't know if you've ever traveled somewhere where you've had really good hospitality and the people were warming in a sense of community and it was just a different vibe from what you're used to, you would get it.
Like, how would he be lonely in Canada? There is a Muslim community in Canada. He could make friends. He can talk to people. He could still talk to people and his family on by the phone. If he came to Canada, he would still have a sense of community. He would find things to do. He would find places to go. How would he be lonely? He wouldn't be. She would be, though.
Why I'm conflicted, you know? And it's like, I do miss that in a way, but for me, I don't mind people, just not every day. Like, I cannot deal with people every single day. And it was really messing with my mentality, and I wasn't on the right meds. And at first it was like amazing because I was like, this is so different. Like, seriously, we went on a road trip, the car fucking broke down with like 13 of us in it. So we had to walk I don't know, maybe half a mile. It was a little walk. Sat in the grass, ate our Farouche dinner. But it was like fun. It was like something I've never done. Finally, we managed to get the car to this.
Oh, now we're putting the spin on. I had myself a little adventure. We were in the car, 13. Are y'all hearing this shit right here? Are we believing this? Ma'am, how in the hell do you fit 13 people in one car? You could do it on a bus, but not, yeah, exactly. Brakes, let's apply the brakes right now. 13 people in one car. Pardon me? You could do it on a bus. A bus would fit 13 people, but not a car. The lies she tells. The absolute lies. 13 people in a car with her. Was it a school bus? It had to be a school bus. Beep, beep. It was a school bus. Beep, beep. 13 people in a car, and this car breaks down, and they're on the side of the road eating their meal. Where'd all this food come from for the meal, by the way? Were they transporting a whole bunch of food for a picnic? So can anybody imagine Chantal in a vehicle with a bunch of other people? It breaks down and she's going to be happy and they're going to be happy too. And they're just going to sit down in the grass for a picnic. I can't see that. And keep telling this fantastic lie though, Foodie. This is amusing to me.
In Syria, if your car breaks down, you don't have to fucking know the people that you're going up to. We broke down, we saw a house, they came right out. Go make coffee. So they made coffee for us. Like, they were welcoming us. You can stay the night. Anyway, we ended up taking a bus taxi back home. And, oh my God, like, life like that. It's like you're living, you know? You feel like, holy shit, but you feel alive, you know? Just be friends.
I bet you were a bitch the entire time. Like, she's talking about this little adventure and she's acting like she was so cool and calm and collected with a vehicle breaking down that she didn't pull a temper tantrum. You know she did. Oh my God, it's hot out here. What's that? Did she say they took a bus taxi back home? I think she did. She said she took a taxi back home. Oh, yes, it does. This sounds like a movie she watched to me. Yep. Possibly. It sounds like a Lifetime movie. Yeah, thank you. I'm still dead about the 13 people in one car. Me too. The only way this story would make sense is it was on a school bus. You can put 13 people on a school bus. You can't even put 13 people in a van. The fuck? In a car. Where were they riding? The roof? Was it a car with a trailer in the back? Magic school. I guess so. It's a circus car.
That's what that's what was supposed to happen when I moved back here. I was like, I want to be independent woman by myself, but like we love each other, like what, you know? So I don't know. So no, like I want to be with him. No, I can't use a scooter there.
You know, if you came back to Canada to be Miss Independent Woman, you did everything but that. You had all the cheat codes, Chantal. All of them. Fate has been exceptionally kind to you. You were handed not just a cup of fortune, but an entire bowl. A large one, a punch bowl of fortune, and you fucked it up again and again and again and again. You came back to Canada with all that money, didn't have to pay rent for a few months, had a beezer paying your rent. Girl, you had all the cheat codes in the book, and you still fucked it up. You still failed with people helping you. My God. My God.
There. And that's what the scary thing is, and why people don't think anything is going to happen. Like, even my family is like, cutie, you're using your scooter, you know, you're a lot unhealthier than before. And I'm like, I know. Like, I felt so bad. Like, I felt bad. Because my mom was like, it's kind of personal what I'm talking about, but whenever she came to visit me one time, she was like, okay, let's go to the mall across the road. I want to see it. I'm like, okay, I'll scoot and I'll meet you there. And she's like, no, just come with us. Like, walk with us. And then she's like, no, I'll take the car then. We can drop you at the door, but can you walk around the mall a bit? And I was like, no, actually, not comfortably. And she was like, oh. And I was like, and she was like, it's okay. I'm not, shaming you or anything. I just didn't know that you couldn't walk anymore. And when she said that, I was like, yeah, like, really, I can't really. So, like, no matter what I do, I have to lock in or else, Since then, she hasn't said anything, and I know she worries about me. Like, she'll check in all the time.
You want people to worry about you. Let's tell the truth. You want people to worry about you. You love to make people worry. You want to be the center of attention. And you get attention by being sick. In an alternate universe, let's just say Foodie wasn't 400 pounds overweight. And she was healthy. And she was independent. Would people give her the same amount of attention? No. What would she have to get attention for herself? She doesn't have any extraordinary talents or abilities. She has a talent for making people concerned about her, making people worry over her, getting way too personal with her audience in this weird parasocial worry concern relationship. I'm an adult, you're adults, but I'm going to act like a child and you're going to care about me like I'm a child, even though I'm not. I could take care of myself, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to lean hard on you people to suffice my needs. It's so parasocial and it's so enabling. And at some point that's going to break. It has to.
If I don't answer, are you okay? Because I live alone. Stay in Canada. But I feel like if I do that, I move close to my family. It feels like there's a hole missing in my heart. If I move to be with Salah, there's a hole missing in my heart. No matter what I do, there's a hole missing in my heart because my one family is in the Middle East and my other family is in the...
You know what's funny, Chantal? It's been 9 months. If you were really in love with Salah, you haven't shown it. Anybody else in a relationship, a long distance relationship, you feel a tremendous amount of sadness for being away from the one you love. You're crying a lot. Like, you're just like, I want to be back with them. You haven't had that since you've been back in Canada. Hardly ever. How funny is it that you're a married woman and you really haven't missed much about him? And he hasn't missed much about you two being a married couple. For two people that are married, there really doesn't seem to be any kind of sadness of being apart. That's just weird to me. Like, if you're married, you miss your husband, you miss your wife. You're like, when can we see each other? When can we be together? How can we make this happen? The two of you are very content to be apart. That tells me everything I need to know. No tears. No tears at all.
fucking here in the West. Like, I feel like a tug of war. Yeah, I understand that point of view, Quiet Violet. I get it. I said that to him. He said he has responsibilities. He has his business he can't really leave.
You know, it's not that he has responsibilities. He just understands that if he comes to Canada, he's going to be under lock and key. He will never be free of her. She'll be more of a tyrant than she is right now. He had a taste of her in Kuwait and also in Thailand, so he knows what he's signing up for, and he doesn't want to sign up for it. If he comes to Canada, there's no escape. He does not want to be in a position of no escape. If he's in Syria, at least he has his family around him, his support system. If he comes to Canada, he has no support system. And she's going to hold that over his head. Oh, I brought you here. You owe me. Look at all that I've done for you. I'm a Canadian citizen. You're not. Ooh, she's going to be worse than she's ever been. And he knows that. That if he comes to Canada, she's going to hold him hostage in the house. He won't be able to leave. He won't be able to do anything. He'll constantly have to FaceTime her stupid ass when he leaves the house. He will not have any freedom. She'll take it all away. He'll be sitting in the house all the time getting cabin fever because she won't let him go. So he's thinking about all that like, I want to come to Canada, but I don't want to live in with the devil. I don't want that. It's not worth it.
He can't really leave it. I thought he would be able to leave it in the hands of somebody while coming to Canada. But right now, that's not possible for him to do. And he has his father has said he's not well and he's staying in. Yeah, I know, with my health. That's what my mom said. She's like in two to 3 months, you would have to get really healthy to do anything. Like even just moving to another city is taxing when you're not healthy. But I know that it would just take like I'm not actually bed bound or actually scooter bound. Like
Not yet. Not yet, but you can easily get that way in 3 months. Not yet. You're not even smart enough that if you want to go anywhere, if you want to travel, you're not even smart enough that you're going to go to a doctor and get tests to make sure that you can travel safely. Are you going to the doctor? Are you getting blood tests? Are you getting extensive tests done to see where your health is at? Your kidneys, your heart, your lungs, everything. Make sure that everything is correct underneath the hood. And get a doctor's opinion. Doctor, is it safe to travel? Are you smart enough to do any of that? No. You're just going to roll the dice and go. So if you're serious about your travel, you would do these things. Make sure that wherever you're going to go, you can travel there safely, but you are not going to do that. All you know is, I want to go. I want to go. I want to escape. I want to get out of here. You may arrive not alive, though, Chantal. You know that? You may get on a plane and not make it to the other side. Just because of your health conditions. Like running away, the way you're running away may cost you your life.
I take the scooter to go out distances and stuff, like even short distances, but you know what I mean? Like there's a foundation there. Like at least I am mobile in like a medical sense. So I just have to like really lock in, but I know it's not easy for him. It's with my Canadian passport, I can go anywhere. I can meet him anywhere. He's restricted. He can't meet me. He's so different now. And all I can say to that is,
No, he's not. Somebody says he's a serial cheater. To be fair, though, so is she. They're both guilty of that. They're both cheaters. And it's never been about love anyway. And you know what? You can't cheat on someone that you're not in a relationship with to begin with. If they had a business partner relationship. There was no monogamous emotional relationship. Therefore, cheating was never possible. As much as she likes to use that word, it does not apply here. He never cheated on her. Never. She just likes to make it seem like it was an emotional relationship, but it never was. It was on her end because that's what she wanted. She wanted to turn into that, but it never did. But if he wasn't feeling it, if it was just a business agreement, he never cheated on Chantal. Never. He was just being a single man doing single man things. To be fair, though, she was a single woman doing single woman things. You know, she was talking to Natter the whole time. And when she came back to Canada, we know she saw him. So Miss Married Woman over here, she spent her time on a dirty mattress on the floor, hands and knees, doggy position, saying woof woof. And it got caught on video. Her big ass head, her green shirt across the room. You loved Salah, but you weren't loving him in that moment, were you? You were loving what was going on behind you. I guess that was your version of love. Hey, have it. Have it. Have it. If that's the love you want, have it. But don't sit there and say that you loved him and he loved you, because that's not the case. You needed him, he needed you. But love is not the same thing as need. They're both different.
I decided to forgive him. He's a lot different now. And if I ever find out that it happens again, I'm fucking out of there. That's it. What the hell is that? No, get out of here. Yeah. I went to the mall to try to get some halal pepperoni pizza slice for later. And they were out. Oh my god, the mosquito went like right in my fucking eye.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh my god, I'm getting out of here.
Back up. Oh, thank goodness. I was about to stop and she put her face in the camera. I'm like, no. We're too close. Personal space, back up. Just move away. Move away from the cameraman. Move away. Thank you very much. I said, smell your breath. I don't want that. I don't like it. Move away. Anyway. Y'all, we just got to be patient. Soon she will not be able to be a Costco hoe. She will not be able to hit the dispensary when she wants. She's going to be somewhere else. Ooh, she's going to be bitchy. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. We just got to wait. She is leading herself into her own trap of getting her tolerances built up. And then when she's in a place where she can't satisfy them, it's going to be epic. It's going to be so epic. It's going to be someone who's smoking the way that she's smoking and then she can't get at the green. Lord have mercy. The rage, the grumpiness, the insanity of it all. She is leading herself into her own trap. I love that for her.
Nice, eh? They look like two boobs. Sorry, that was inappropriate. No, I'll be back. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is creepy. I wanted to go live before I go back on that trail. So that was like the most chaotic thing ever. Like, I did not want to go in anywhere, so I just went into Tim Hortons, got an iced cap. Scooty is making weird noises. Do you hear that?
It's not weird. Poor Wobbles is worn out.
You protest too much. It's getting dark on this path. It's freaking me out. I don't think I would ever come here at night. What do you guys think? I'm not even afraid of ghosts. It's freaking people. Even though I say I'm not afraid.
Nobody wants you. Don't worry. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you, Foodie. As a matter of fact, anybody on that trail be looking at you like, what is that? And they go running.
People, yeah, I changed my mind on that. I'm now more afraid of people than ghosts. Oh my god, a bug flew right in my nose. They're trying to get me. Oh my god, I can't outrun them on bunny mode.
Shut up.
Shit! Oh, my feet are swollen. Are my feet swollen?
Yeesh. Her feet look so swollen. Yeah, girl, bye. Exactly. Girl, bye with your swollen feet. Girl, bye. Why are her feet swollen like that? And she's not even walking. Her feet should not be that swollen. She's not walking. That's fluid buildup. That has to be fluid buildup. That's bad though, Foodie. Bad circulation. High blood pressure. Her feet are swollen. Goodness gracious. Probably liver and kidney issues. Yeah, I would hear that. She does have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. She's had that for years. So yeah, her kidneys and her liver, not good. My feet got like that during kidney failure. Bad circulation. Beatus, heart, yeah. Taking your shoes off in a public seating area, it's not the beach. Well, you know what? Her feet might be so swollen she has to take her shoes off. Like the swelling has to be painful. Has to be like the, you know, those shoes are hurting her feet.
Do I have edema in my feet?
Does she have edema in her feet? Is it possible to get edema in your feet? Is that a thing? That big toenail. You did not just say that, Gunther. That big toenail can cut steak. Looking like a serrated knife. Oh, God. She needs some foot care. She needs a lot of foot care, actually. She's over there like putting stuff on her face. She needs someone to like she needs some foot care. Big time foot care. She can't wear normal shoes. That's edema, fluid buildup. That's bad. And I'm sure it would be worse if she got on a plane. I mean, she does have to wear compression socks. If her feet are this swollen without getting on a plane, can you imagine if she did get on a plane, how much worse it would be? More fluid buildup. That could be dangerous. Very dangerous.
Look at this one. Listen, just let me be hideous in peace. Because whenever I reunite with Salah, if I do, it's going to be constant, no freedom like this to... Okay, here's some options.
Okay, you know what? This bitch, she just sat there and told us, like, I got 2 months and I'm going to be in tip-top condition and I got to lock in. And then she comes home and does this shit. So you just got through telling people, I'm going to lock in. I got to get healthy. I'm going to be in tip-top shape. At the same time, you come home and you're sealing on the couch. We're laying down again. We're not even sitting up. So how are you locking in exactly? You're not even able to sit up. You can't stand. Can't do nothing. How are you locking in by lack of activity? You can start by teaching yourself to sit up again and talk to people.
Go through the scenarios together, okay? I need a piece of chocolate. Like, I feel a headache coming on, and only chocolate can get rid of it. So just give me a second, okay?
Yep, this is how we're locking in. You know, Chantal, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose you, but the headache could be high blood pressure. So is chocolate really going to help that? Is that a good idea? If your blood sugar is through the roof and your blood pressure is out of control and you're getting a headache, should you be eating chocolate? You know what? Just do what you do. I don't see how chocolate really helps a headache. I don't see how that would help.
Caramel. Okay, let's say I moved to Cornwall. There's one crappy mall there. I could show you guys around Cornwall. They have nice parks. Rent would still be expensive. No central air. They have older buildings. 40,000 people. The restaurants there are really fucking good though, which is bad for my food issues. I sniff bedbound when I think of Cornwall. And I know I can tell myself I'm gonna overcome it, but fuck, I don't know.
But you're not even trying to overcome it. So if she goes to Cornwall, there's going to be a grift to get into a place. And then if she manages to have a successful grift to get into a place, the next grift will be for a new scooty. Oh, you guys know that Wobbles was not doing so good. So another grift for Wobbles. Then another grift for furniture. There's going to be like 4 or 5 grifts all in a row. And each one is going to total into the thousands. It's always, her biggest grifts are when she moves. That's why she's always got to keep moving. Because that's when she makes the most money, is when she moves. Whether it's staying local or going abroad, that's when she makes the most money. But again, it makes no sense to ask people for money or talk about the moving until you know for sure where you're going. Are you going to Syria? Are you going to Thailand? Are you going to somewhere in Cornwall? You don't even know where you're going. Hey, cats. You know what I'm not hearing? What we should be hearing, chat? Why aren't we hearing any conversation or discussion or mention about I am calling around to different landlords in Canada? Shouldn't that conversation be happening right about now? Because, you know, if you know that your lease is going to be up in a few months, shouldn't your ass be on the phone and online looking at different listings about where you can go? Shouldn't you be sending in applications to see if you get approved? I think you should. I mean, if you're going to move, you got to start like 2 or 3 months out, looking around, seeing what's available, seeing what things cost. Can you move in? Will they have a vacancy? Why is there no conversation about that? Why no mention of that? There's mention of money, but there's no mention of like, I've been calling around to different places. I am looking around. I see there's a couple of places in Cornwall, one in Ontario, 1 bedroom, blah, blah, blah. No mention of that. She said she may not move. She just wants money. Well, if she goes on a month-to-month lease, that would be smart. That'd be really smart of her to stay where she's at if they give her that option, which I don't think she's going to get that option. I think the landlords hate her. But if they gave her the option, that would be smart. But then if you're going to stay where you're at, don't grift for money. You can afford it. If you're going to Costco, if you're ordering Postmates 2 or 3 times a day, you don't need to ask people for money. There's no urgency to get that money. Yeah, she just wants the cash. She don't need it. She just wants it. And she's seeing who's stupid enough to give it to her. She's looking for the dumb people in her audience. And I'm going to say it one more time. As much as I hate to repeat myself, this is just logic. She's an addict. Worst thing you can do is give an addict money straight up. Because it will go for their addiction. It'll go for the green products. It'll go for the food. The Costco visits. It won't go for the move though. She'll spend it all, and then when she has to move, suddenly she'll like, you ask her, well, where's the money that we gave you for the move? Oh, I spent it all. I had expenses, blah, blah, blah. The money will be gone before she moves, if she moves. So if you're smart, don't give her anything. She don't need it right now. She's just looking to get it anyway. Hey, Super Cat. I mean, if you're a dumb person and you want to give your money away and you want to give it to Foodie, consider it spent on her addictions. If you're someone and you got money, give it to a charity, give it to a rescue. It will be well spent. Any money sent to Foodie is wasted money. Wasted. She's going to use it to make herself sick. Facts. Look at all the money that she's received so far. Did she get any better? No. Did she make any improvements? No. The $10,000 that she got, promising great content. Beezers! Question. Did you get $10,000 of great content from Foodie? In the 9 months that she's been back, can you honestly say that you got $10,000 worth of great content from her? Don't lie. Did you get what you paid for? Did you get what was promised? Or are you feeling like you're a little shortchanged? I think you got really shortchanged. My opinion. I don't think she gave great content. I don't think she tried. I don't think she wants to try. And as long as she keeps getting money for nothing, she's not going to try at all. You want great content out of Chantal? Don't give the money up front. If she wants your money, say, give us the good content first. You do, and then we do. You show us some great content, you put some work into it, you roll up your sleeves, you put some elbow grease into it, then we'll think about giving you money. We'll think about it. Motivate us to give you money, besides giving us promises. Then we'll think about it.
I know. No, I'm not joking. It's like there's so much temptation there because there's bad memories. It's like my dead-end hometown. But my family's there and Peeps is there.
You know, I'm going to say something about you and Cornwall and your family, Foodie. Get mad at me all you want, bitch. Don't care. You know what I think? I think you're walking around with this point of view of you think that you're better than Cornwall. That you're somehow more superior than Cornwall and everybody in Cornwall. You're superior to, you think you're better than your family, to the town that you were born in, to Canada. You think you're better than all of it. I bet anything that if your family were wealthy, if they were well-known people, if they were celebs, you would claim them all day long. You'd be around them more. You'd be taking pictures with them. But you look at yourself as being superior to your family. You think you're better than Cornwall. You just like, I'm better than all of this. Cornwall's not good enough. My family's not good enough. That's why you don't really want to claim them. You just want to use them. You use them as a resource. But you actually think you're better than everyone and everything. Girl, there's nothing wrong with a small town. Small towns are great. I grew up in a small town. I grew up in Tampa, Florida. Town and country. And I miss it sometimes, but I'm not better than Florida. I actually miss Florida. I miss the damn food. I miss the food. I miss that southern home cooking that I used to get. Damn it. I want some barbecue. I miss the barbecue, damn it. What? I miss the food I used to get in Florida. The boiled peanuts, the barbecue you find on the side of the road. Damn it. But you think you're better than Cornwall. You think you're better than your family. You're not. You're really not. You don't want to say, I'm come from a small town. It's okay. You know, no shade on the food here in Albuquerque. No shade at all. I just listen, I grew up in a family. My grandmother was from Kentucky. My grandfather from Tennessee. You can imagine the cooking that went on in her house. Okay, everything had a layer of grease on it, but damn, it was good. I miss my grandma's cooking. Damn it. I love you, Grandma. I'll have a sandwich for you tonight. Share it with me. But I can claim my town. And I can be proud to be from there. It's okay. But you're walking around with this, oh, Cornwall is too white. And it's a small town and it's boring. Find something to do there. Maybe it's not the town that's the problem. Maybe it's you with your attitude.
I guess one good thing that Syria has is no DoorDash. I can be a month-to-month renter, but I don't know. I haven't just. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna stay here, but I don't know. But I doubt it. Like, I want to be with him, you know. And it's not easy for him to come here. Like, you guys, I know you guys are like, it's not fair, you know. But like, it will take a lot longer, regardless of the fact that he doesn't really want to come. It's not just that he doesn't want to because he doesn't.
You know what? This is just. I'm having some thoughts. I gotta let him out when they come. I think she's a small town girl. That she hates being a small town girl. She hates it so much. Everything in Foodie's life has to be exotic and different and unique and special. She wants to be unique. She wants to be one of a kind. She wants to be special. She hates the fact that she's a small town girl from a small town. Does not want to claim it. So she's trying to distance herself from that by creating this whole exotic identity and personality. I think ding, 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 ding. I want to be someone that I am not. I want to be special, unique, a standout, exotic, special. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I'm going to create a whole identity so far away from that, even though that's not who I am, never will be who I am. She doesn't want to embrace her real self. She wants to be somebody else. She living the life of an avatar or an NPC. Everything about her has to be exotic and special, even her cat. Oh, that's a serval. No, it ain't. It's not a Savannah cat, stupid. She's a beautiful cat. She's not a Savannah cat, though. Everything in her life has to be special and unique and exotic. There's nothing wrong with being a small town girl. Small towns are fantastic. She is. And you know what's news? I'll do you one better. When I look at Foodie, she looks like a bloated Minecraft NPC villager. Tell me I'm lying. I played Minecraft. Go to any one of the villages and all the NPCs running around there. She looks like one of those. Going, That's Foodie. Bloated NPC Minecraft villager.
Anything cultural, it's mostly that he has to take care of his dad. Everyone's guessing what I'm gonna do, babe. And I said I don't know yet. I'm not telling anybody yet what I'm gonna do because I don't know. I'll go back to bed. Good night, everybody. Good night, babe. I hope you can go back to bed. Message me when you get up. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Sleep tight. Bye for now.
Okay, so that was the video from You Play Minecraft Every Day. Very nice. You know, Natter's in the game. Natter is actually in Minecraft. He's one of the creepers. Explode. There's a creeper coming up on you. Oh shit. I better get away. It's about to explode. Natter. Natter's in Minecraft. All right, guys, that's all I got. That's all there is, unless Foodie does something different, but we just got to be patient. We just have to be patient. This video game known as Foodie Beauty, we've all been playing for 10 years. There's no possibility of a happy ending. As much as she wants one. Whether she stays in Canada or she goes to Syria, she's not going to be happy. You can't have a happy ending if you're not a happy person and if you're not reaching for happiness. If there's no happiness within, how can there be happiness outside of yourself? You got to fix the misery in here to have happiness out here. You know, like that the two go together. So we're just going to wait for the ending, for the next step. Until then, she's going to grift. Until then, she's going to act like I'm going somewhere. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on. Keeping everybody in the dark, being vague. Until the last possible seconds. So, those are my thoughts. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. And I'm going to leave. And I hope that this stream today was better than the last stream. There were no sound issues. I didn't see y'all saying echo, echo, echo. So, I guess I fixed it. Yay! So, y'all take care. You have a good one. I'm going to leave you guys with a nice stream. Song, excuse me. Bye, everybody.